It's not Zack Snyder's Justice League. It's not the Winter Soldier. It's not anything fucking else. Across the Spider-Verse is still the reigning, defending, world's best, greatest comic book movie of all time. I love that movie, The Batman. I'm the Batman Glazer. I'm the Glazer, Adrian. People say someone else unalived him, like his wife at the time, Courtney Love.
They said the same thing about what's his face with Yoko Ono from the Beatles too.
Yep, the Beatles, John Lennon. Welcome to Only Comics. This is where we discuss comics and only comics, nothing else.
Well, sometimes some other stuff.
The Black Phone. You've not seen this movie.
I have not.
Jersey Mike's is leaps and bounds better than Subway.
I would agree.
It's not even fucking close. People thought the MCU fell off. No. Subway fell off. The GOAT is back. The Beast incarnate himself, Adrian. Brock Lesnar showed up. He wrecked house. He's back. Back where he should be. Any of you nays, he shouldn't be back. Fuck you. Shut the fuck up. Well, he didn't do shit.
What we can guarantee you is fun and obscurity.
Yes. You will be informed and entertained, and here we call that infotainment.
Yes.
Are they going to address the fact that he looks like Tony Stark? And he's not going to fucking look like Tony Stark.
Can an actor change roles?
Go watch Oppenheimer, Sherlock Holmes, and tell me that he fucking acts like Tony Stark.
Right.
He doesn't.
He does not.
Go watch Tropic Thunder.
Oh. Yeah, that's a 180 right
just
there.
A dude playing a dude, just by tell me that this dude doesn't have range.
Yeah, he does.
Do you think by me saying they shouldn't race swap Jim Gordon, that's a racist comment? No, because I didn't say anything about any certain race. You just shouldn't change the character.
Right. I don't like race swapping, gender swapping of comic book characters, period.
All right. Welcome to the only motherfucking place you need to be right now. I'm only Mike. That's only Adrian.
What's up, man?
What's up, bro?
Lovely day.
We're back. No, it's
raining it's raining outside, dude.
The weather's been kind of like this show, Adrian, all over the fucking place, right? It's kind of one of the things that we bring to the table.
Yes.
You have no idea what I'm going to talk about today.
Right? Nope.
I have no idea how you're going to respond. We have not rehearsed this, believe it or not. So it is, we're just going to, it's off the cuff. It's how we do. I mean, we got some stuff planned.
Yeah.
So if you're with us for the first time, welcome. Welcome to Only Comics. This is where we get together once a week and we discuss comics and only comics, nothing else.
Well, sometimes we sneak some other stuff in.
A little bit of other stuff, yes.
Well, what we can guarantee you is fun and obscurity.
Yes. You will be informed and entertained, and here we call that infotainment,
yes.
okay?
Yes.
Hasn't really picked up yet. It even sounds weird to say, but it's what we're calling it for today. But I promise you will have fun. Maybe, most likely.
Right.
We got a lot of stuff. We're good at jam-packing a whole multiverse worth of shit into a couple hours. I mean, honestly. You think about how many different things we talk about here.
It's a lot.
We're gonna have a hidden gem later, right? We're gonna respond to some comments later. We got some stuff that isn't comic related. We got some stuff about The Rock. There's some Avengers Doomsday news. There's all kinds of shit. Peacemaker. We're gonna get into Peacemaker episode 3. There's been some pretty big DC announcements this week, Adrian.
Yeah.
So this whole Superman saga, we're kind of getting a little sneak peek of what that's gonna look like. I got some WWE stuff. It was a big SmackDown Friday night. And speaking of Friday, dude, I was on the live, Adrian. We were watching SmackDown. We were chopping up. We had the biggest live so far. It's 1,200 people checked in over the couple hours.
Nice.
We had 50 people on at one time. It was a lot of fun, dude.
Nice.
So bro, man, he snuck in there real quick. Captain Canada was in the house. John Bonvon's driving his kids to the skating ring again. He popped in. Oh, nice. Dude, it was great. This dude, Matthew, I think Hoskins was in there. Dude, he showed up with Tony Stark glasses and a robe, and he had pretty good Tony Stark impression.
Nice,
it was really fun. So shout out to everybody who joined the live. We'll be back live this Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern time on TikTok. But anyways, let's get into some news, Adrian. So because we like to bring you the news, because that's what we do. We go out and do the work so you don't have to.
Sure.
And then we give you our take on it. So our take, as they say. And if you haven't already, subscribe, drop us a comment, drop us a like. And some people are like, I don't want to, I'll save my comment for later. Bro, drop as many comments as you fucking want.
Right.
And shout out to the Legion of Interns out there. Speaking of interns, we got some other stuff this week. This week is 9/11 week. I'm just gonna give you a little preview, Adrian. We're doing a little deep dive into that whole thing. Okay.
which is interesting. See, this is how the universe works with us. It's interesting. Just this morning, I'm watching about the fifth plane.
Oh,
right?
Fifth plane. There may or may not be something on that here. So, anyways, we're gonna go back in time a little bit, Adrian. Remember a time when the Deadpool movie, or we only had one Deadpool movie, Deadpool 1, and we Ryan Reynolds was a big reason why that movie was even produced in the first place. There was some Deadpool footage leaked. Remember this back in, I think, 2012? It was leaked online. Everybody went crazy glazing this shit, and it actually forced the studio to greenlight this movie. There's been some speculation for years as to who put that footage out, right? And the speculation for the longest has been there's probably one person that put that footage out, right? Who do you think put the footage out?
See, starts with a Rye, ends with a Reynolds.
Yeah, most likely. Now, it's like we all knew that, right? Yeah. But he's never admitted. He's been pretty coy about it. But this past week, he finally admitted that it was him, and he had zero regret. So, but the reason I bring this up was, number one, yes, he finally admitted. That's cool. That's funny. We knew. And the way he did it, he said, he put it, I think it was a tweet or something. He said, some asshole leaks it online. And I'm like, looking at the guy in the mirror brushing my teeth. But he said when he did it initially, he was like, holy shit, like, what did I do? Like, this could be punishable by law. I mean, technically, he could have got in trouble for this, right? I mean, it's studio footage. They created test footage. The studio said no. So back up. In 2012, Tim Miller, Ryan Reynolds, they produced a CGI Deadpool kind of test reel for 20th Century Fox. I'm pretty sure Ryan Reynolds just did the voiceover. This is that early scene with the escalator or whatever when he drops in and kills everybody. Obviously, they expanded upon that in the movie. But he put that out. I remember watching that thing on social media. Like, I didn't really care for Deadpool, but this looks fucking awesome. Right. Like, I wasn't a huge Deadpool fan from the comics. Were you ever?
No, not really. I really didn't even know he was up until a certain point.
Right. But doing that, the internet lost their mind. They went on a fucking glazing streak. And the studio at first wasn't interested, but now they almost had no choice. So they greenlit the movie. We got it. And it was during, so the footage was shot in 2012. They gave it to the studio. The studio was like, nah, we'll pass on that. And then during 2014 San Diego Comic-Con was when he leaked the footage. That's genius too. Like, everybody's at a Comic-Con. So let me leak this footage. And then whether you saw it online or not, it was going to travel by word of mouth. Because imagine being at a Comic-Con and, like, I mean, dude, they're going to be talking about it. You're going to hear it from someone. So perfect, great marketing strategy by your boy Ryan. But he finally came out and admitted it, and he said he had zero regrets. So, cool. I mean, shit, the movie, we were talking about this about another movie before we got on, but talk about an ROI, $58 million budget, and this movie grossed $780 million.
Damn.
Yeah. Like, even if the marketing was $100 million on this movie, I mean, dude, you're netting over half a billion.
Right.
Not a bad program.
No, not at all.
And then obviously what came after Deadpool 2, Deadpool Wolverine, so on and so forth. Now, we talked recently about Deadpool allegedly being in Avengers Doomsday. And you and I kind of said, like, it's cool, but we need to reel my man back a little bit, right? Like, simmer down, buddy. According to Ryan, now he's going on a James Gunn press, tour this week, I guess. But he has said that he has not set foot on the Avengers Doomsday set yet. Now, what does this mean? Who the fuck knows?
That means nothing.
It means nothing because they're not going to tell us, right? That's what I was talking on the live. Someone was asking me, like, what do you? I'm like, dude, they're not going to tell us that he's going to be on. So of course, he's either going to say nothing or deny it. So what does this mean? I don't fucking know. Absolutely nothing. One thing I did want to bring up about Deadpool and Wolverine. So I don't know if you remember this, but when this movie dropped, I was glazing the Wolverine mask, Adrian. Remember this, right? I'm like, all right, so great. Yeah. But I said that the one thing that I wish they would have done was, remember when he rips the sleeves off? He's got the mask eventually, but he loses those patented shoulder pads. And I'm like, now it's a small thing. You can be like, you're fucking nitpicking, dude. Just enjoy the movie and shut the fuck up. You could say that to me and that's okay. But I'm not going to do that. I am going to bitch about this. I mean, you could say it. I don't have to listen, right? So what I wanted to do real quick. So Hot Toys, they make these like replica type action figures, or not actually, they're more like collectibles. But I said they should leave the shoulder pads on, and I want you to see, Adrian, what Hot Toys did. Look at this, Wolverine with the shoulder pads. I think that's a much better look, dude. What do you think?
Sure.
This is stuff that doesn't really matter to you, but it matters to me, Adrian.
Okay.
It's a big fucking deal, okay?
I mean, I'm distracted by them wing like fucking things on his face.
They're called blowjob handles. That's what
that.
Yeah.
That.
That's what
I mean,
Deadpool
they're
said.
large.
Yeah, they are.
They're unusually large. It's like Batman's ears on his cowl. You know.
Yeah.
So it's a bit much.
Okay. But I mean, would you not?
The look is cool.
The look is cool. Doesn't it look better though with the fucking shoulder pads and the torn off sleeve? I mean, it's classic Wolverine. That's the one thing I wish we would have got from that movie that we didn't. But
that's all right.
You can't have everything, Adrian.
Well, maybe in a remake.
Yeah. I mean, dude, if he shows back up in Secret Wars, he better fucking look like that. at least Hot Toys gets it, you know?
Yep.
We saw Superman. Shit, it's been about a month now, right? Or 2. God, time's just flying by.
Really?
Dude. What is happening?
Yeah.
Supergirl comes out next June, I believe, July. Now, James Gunn has done this twice with the names of these movies. If you remember when he first announced Superman, it was going to be called Superman Legacy. And he dropped the Legacy, just called it Superman. I like it better as Superman.
Sure.
And he initially said the movie that's coming out next would be Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow. And he's dropped that from it too. It's just Supergirl. So it's easier to say, right?
Sure.
But there is another movie he's announced, and he said that this movie is going to be released in 2027. It is the next part of the Superman saga after Supergirl. Remember, he said he was doing 4 movies in this saga, right?
Yep.
So we got Superman, we got Supergirl coming next summer, which is going to feature your boy Jason Momoa as Lobo. The third movie in this saga is called Man of Tomorrow. And from what he said about this so far is it's not necessarily a straight up Superman sequel. This movie is going to focus on Superman and Lex Luthor. And Lex is going to be, Nicholas Holt's Lex will almost be a co-lead in this movie. So more of the both of them, you know, because Lex was in this, but he wasn't in it as much as like Superman, obviously, right?
Sure.
So Superman, or not Superman, just Man of Tomorrow, scheduled for 2027. Superman, Lex, being the main leads of this movie. How do you feel about that?
Lex is integral to Superman's development.
Right.
You know, he's one of those, he's like the Alfred, the Gordons, the people that make Batman. The Joker, things like that. So Lex Luthor, as a villain, helps shape Superman. You know,
right.
Jimmy and Lois and, you know, all these other characters too. Even Metropolis, you know, the city itself. So I'm cool with it. And people need to understand the dynamic between these two cats anyway. So I'm down for it.
And did you like Nicholas Holt's Lex enough to feel like, yeah, I wouldn't mind him being a co-lead in a Superman movie?
Anybody that I don't shit on as an actor, I'm cool with them showing up again. I might not agree with the selection of the actor to do that character, but you know, like the Ms. Marvel thing, that chick, you know, that's just an atrocity.
Yes.
So I'm cool with him showing up again.
Okay. I liked his Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
I mean, I was
better than his Beast, right?
Dude, leaps and bounds better than his Beast. Holy shit. I got the Beast on the shirt over here.
Yeah.
Even this little picture looks better than his fucking Beast. So yeah, dude, I'm looking. I like this news. And the other piece of this is It's a good segue here. Peacemaker. Peacemaker season 2 is episode 3 just dropped. James Gunn, in promoting episode 2, he used some interesting wording here. So this was this past week. I don't remember what platform, maybe Twitter or X as they call it. He promoting episode 3 says, watch the Man of Tomorrow prequel, aka #Peacemaker season 2. So he's now calling Peacemaker the prequel to Man of Tomorrow.
which comes out in 27.
Yes. But
Okay.
the prequel would indicate that this movie is somehow connected to or the show is connected to Man of Tomorrow.
Correct.
We saw some loose connections to Superman, right? We saw the Justice Gang show back up or show up here when Peacemaker tried to join them. That was a funny scene. And then we saw the retcon where the Justice Gang plus Superman plus Supergirl showed up at the end of, season 1, at least how we remembered it. So does this mean that as we get deeper into this Peacemaker show, we're going to see more cameos and perhaps maybe a big cameo from the Superman saga?
Well, that just means that they listened to something I said months ago.
What was that?
That is, it'd be cool if they move these characters between the big screen and the series and even into the animated stuff.
Which they've been doing.
Yeah.
I mean, Rick Flag in this show is the same Rick Flag from Creature Commandos, technically. Right. So I think that they're listening to exactly what you said, Adrian.
Now, mind you, in order for them to have done this, they would have had to have started. So I was, like a year or so ago. So I'm just saying, I had the idea first and then it kind of showed up. But that doesn't mean that they hadn't already started working on it. Or they just, did some CGI shit and made it work.
Maybe.
Based off of what I said.
Or maybe they had this idea, okay? And they were waiting for third-party validation. And then when you said it, they were like, well, shit, if Adrian said it, then let's fucking do it.
I like that.
Yes, let's go with that. All right. So that being said, we've had some small cameos, right? The Justice Gang showed up. How awesome would it be if at some point in this show, we see Superman show up? Like, not a silhouette cameo,
right? But
a real cameo and interaction with John Cena's Peacemaker.
That'd be cool.
Why not?
Yeah. That'd be the exact mixture that I'm talking about.
Right.
I mean, because in Peacemaker, what was it? The third one, season 2?
Yep.
When the guy went through the helicopter.
Yep.
I mean, that was Superman level shit. So they can obviously pull off the action. So, even if he just fucking lands somewhere and just shows up and they, take a photo together.
Correct.
That would be even cool.
Yeah. No, I would be down with that. There was and you can see right here, there was a set photo here that David Cornsweet posted this past week. That looks just like John Cena or Peacemaker from this last episode, third episode. Yeah, it's just right here.
Oh, okay.
And you got David Cornsweet full Superman suit on set. So who knows?
And that's actually the shirt that he was wearing in the episode 3.
Sure the fuck was. So now what does that mean? They could have been filming around the same time, maybe pop by the set. But I don't know that he's going to pop by the set in his full Superman costume if he's not going to record something for, so who knows? That would be cool. Now, the other reason that, outside of them listening to you, Adrian, the other reason that I think there's a possibility that there may be a Superman level cameo is James Gunn has only let critics see the first, I don't know, maybe 6 episodes of Peacemaker. I don't know what the exact number is. And as we've said before, fact check all this shit. But I know this. There are 3 episodes of Peacemaker that critics have not seen yet.
Okay.
So when the director does something like that, it means there's probably something really big in those episodes that they don't even want to risk any shot at being spoiled.
Right.
And also, the whole reason Superman hit on demand, rent, buy, streaming, whatever the fuck you call it, digital release. There you go. They cut that out. Fucking don't have me looking stupid. Digital release. The reason it hit digital release early was James Gunn said he wanted people to be able to watch Superman before Peacemaker.
Right.
And I don't think you need to watch it just for the Justice Gang.
Correct.
You need to watch it to see David Cornsweet, the greatest Superman of all time, on the screen. So you know what you're getting. But anyways, if I'm a betting man, Adrian, I'm betting. Well, I am, and I lost money on the fucking Eagles this past week.
Dude, already you started?
Dude,
it's like I can't go anywhere. I can't see even the commercialized streaming. Open up a social media app without some like game thing popping up. Game Pro, not Game Pro, or whatever the betting sites are.
DraftKings.
Yeah, DraftKings, that bullshit.
Yep. It is some bullshit. But But yes, I did. I bet on the game, and then there was a storm allegedly near the game. They showed some camera shot. There was allegedly some lightning in the distance, and there was a fucking like 1 hour delay in the middle of the football game. So I've never played an NFL football game, Adrian, but I can imagine you get all worked up, your adrenaline's flowing, you're in the game. I think a 1 hour gap is gonna fuck you up.
Right.
Right? Like imagine, you've gone to the gym. Imagine working out and then taking a 1 hour break in between sets.
So this reminds me of a story I heard about one of the Williams sisters, tennis.
Yep.
Right.
Okay.
And this was early on in their career, and she was going to play this person, and of course she was, the other person getting their ass kicked.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this other person decided they needed to go. They feigned a like stomach ache, had to go to the bathroom or some bullshit.
Yeah.
And she went in there and just sat there for like 15, 20 minutes. So the Williams cooling down now. They're hot, kicking that ass.
Yeah.
So threw her off mentally, physically, came out and won the match. So it's bullshit like that, you know. So I can understand that cool down period. It's like when you're doing stuff, you're working with your body, and if you cool down too much, it's like fuck it,
right?
I don't even bother.
Absolutely. So I think they were looking at the bets and they saw that a bunch of us were going to cash in, and they're like, you know what, pause the game for an hour, and then they went out. So at the time, it was like third quarter, and it was 4:44. I remember the time, 4:44 left of the third quarter. The score was like 21-21. They break, come back, 3 points are scored in the rest of the game. Total, combined. Because everyone's asleep now, right? Saquon didn't hit the 100 yards everybody thought he was going to hit. The Eagles had an 8.5 point spread. They did not cover. It was bullshit. It was bullshit. They knew we were going to cash in, Adrian.
So instead of, just paying off players to throw the game. Yeah. So they went and bought a weather control device.
There you go.
To fuck with people's minds, right? So now you got to delay a game and throws everything off, and it makes it seem like an organic kind of thing that's happening.
You're goddamn right. So
anyways, crafty bastards.
Yes. So I say all that to say, since I am a betting man, I would bet that David Gordon Sweat Superman shows up in Peacemaker in some way, shape, or form. All right, moving on. Street Fighter. I know that Ratchet and Clank's your favorite game, Adrian, but have you ever played Street Fighter?
Is that a question?
Yeah, I said, have you ever played Street Fighter?
No. I have not.
Okay.
I played Pac-Man that sat next to Street Fighter.
Okay, so you're aware of what Street Fighter is. Like, you've seen it. You just never went up.
Nah.
Okay. I was a big Street Fighter fan. The original game came out in 1993. There's there's some Street Fighter anime. There's one movie I think that you would really like. They did a good job with the whole Street Fighter lore and created a pretty good. It was Street Fighter 2, the animated movie, came out in like the early 90s. And see, I didn't even know it was anime at the time. This whole anime craze. And I was like, I was one of the animes, Adrian. I used to watch it. There was a movie that came out in the 90s too, that actually for a video game turned movie, it's one of those like, it's bad, it's good type movies, like the old Mortal Kombat, like some things like, that they're cheesy in a way, but they did a good job of bringing certain characters to life. Jean-Claude Van Damme was in it, it was during the height of his action run. Right. So anyways, they are.
Wow, man. Talking about somebody that fucked themselves.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah. Yep.
Anyway.
Yeah, that'll be a good deep dive one day. But they're releasing a new Street Fighter movie. They're working on it now. They're filming it currently. And two things. Reason I brought it up is the full cast has been announced. So I wanted to kind of show you the cast versus what the video game characters look like and see how well we think that they did.
Okay.
But before we do that, they also released the first official synopsis of this movie. So no trailer yet or anything, but this is what they've said so far. I think this is a cool little unique thing too. The video game originally was released in 1993. The movie's set in 1993 is a nice little ode to the 90s, Adrian. So set in 1993, estranged street fighters Ryu and Ken Masters are thrown back into combat when the mysterious Chun-Li recruits them for the next World Warrior tournament. A brutal clash of fists, fate, and fury. But behind this battle royale lies a deadly conspiracy that forces them to face off against each other and the demons of their past. And if they don't, it's game over. Sounds a lot like what Mortal Kombat should have done with the fucking Mortal Kombat movie.
Sure.
So think about this. These video games, the video game concept is pretty much a fighting tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm summing it up, but so like, no, it's not. It has this and fucking relax there, buddy. It's a fighting tournament, just like Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat, there's there's a different realm you go to. It's this realm versus our realm. So realms are fighting each other, and the person who wins that realm will control fucking everything or something along those lines. And in the first or the Mortal Kombat reboot that came out in 21, there's no fucking tournament. You would think if I'm making a video game for these fans of the game, or making a movie about a video game for these fans, we probably should include the fucking tournament in the movie.
You think?
You don't make an Incredible Hulk movie and don't put the fucking Hulk in it, right?
Well, you can make a Spider-Man movie and don't put Spider-Man in it, so it's possible.
But it's not what anyone fucking wants.
Right.
So this synopsis sounds like what they should have done with Mortal Kombat. So I'm hyped for this Street Fighter movie. But what I wanted to do real quick is go through the cast so far. So you're gonna recognize some of these people, Adrian. All right, let's. So we got 50 Cent as Balrog. I mean, I think that's I think it's a pretty good casting choice. 50 Cent's a big stockier guy.
Yep.
And he's got the look down enough. I mean, they can cut his hair in that little fucking point if they really need to.
Or put a piece there.
Or put his piece, yep.
And those are boxing gloves, not breasts, which is what I initially thought it was. I'm like, what am I looking at?
Right. Yeah, I don't know why you think they're breast, Adrian, but
whatever.
Who knows? And then we got Andrew Koji as Ryu.
Okay.
Now, in most games, Ryu does not have a beard like that. And he's one of those characters, like the character is supposed to be Asian, but sometimes they don't make them, look like they almost whitewash it without. They're still going to call him Ryu, but they're going to make him look more like, a white dude than an Asian guy.
Right.
So
he's a good actor.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I saw that there's a series, Warrior.
Yep.
That he's in. A very, very good movie. It's like when the Asians first came over for like the railroad and shit and all that kind of stuff.
Okay. And then unfortunately we have Andrew Schultz as Dan. Now, Dan Hibiki, I don't even really remember him from the game, but you know who Andrew Schultz is?
No. But he looked like that that guy from the 70s. He died of AIDS. He was the lead singer.
Oh, Freddie Mercury.
Freddie Mercury.
Yeah.
He looks like him.
Okay. He's a comedian, and I don't know that he's an actor. So part of me is like, why the fuck's he in this movie?
Right.
But who the hell knows?
He paid somebody.
Probably. And then you have Kalina Liang as Chun-Li.
I think it's a good fit.
Yeah, absolutely. And Chun-Li's a badass character. So
she's Canadian.
She is Canadian, yep, for her role in Presence. I don't recognize her from any movie.
No, me either.
So
I'm incorrect. I feel like I've seen her in something.
Okay. And then we have Adrian. I hesitate to even show you this. David Dast Malchian, if that's Dalmatian.
There you go.
As M. Bison. You see M. Bison on the right.
He's a big dude.
He's a big dude.
Which David Dalmatian is not.
No, he's not.
And
not
Dalmatian is not his name. It's just easier to say than whatever the fuck that is.
Maybe it's Doused Malchian. I don't know. I know who he is. He's in the fucking he's in the Batman movies.
Okay.
The Nolan movies. Okay. He is also in the Suicide Squad. He's the fucking polka dot guy.
Of course he is.
Remember the guy with the stupid dot? Dalmatian. There you go. He's a good actor. But M. Bison's a badass motherfucker.
Right.
Is
he a Doom? Is Bison a Doom level character in the game?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
I would say for Street Fighter, he is a Doom level character, 100%. So I'm not a fan of that casting.
Was he Doom in here? That he was in Doom?
Of course he was. Well, fuck, why wouldn't he be in Doom?
Everybody could have been in Doom because I went to sleep, so I would have missed him
Exactly.
anyway.
And by the way, they're making a third one. So if you have any trouble
my
sleeping,
God.
don't worry, dude. It will be out soon.
If you feel like wasting half of your life, watch all the Doom movies.
Yeah, absolutely. Now the next one, this one, I like this casting choice. You have Jason Momoa as Blanca. I don't know if he's going to get that hairy patch on his chest. I hope he does. Now, what's funny is he's playing two characters that look similar. Like this guy has
ocean dwelling.
Yeah. He has a Lobo, look to him.
Yeah, but don't all that hair kind of slow him down on the water and shit? I mean, is this
no, this is not a water guy.
Oh, okay.
No,
they just got a lot of water behind him.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
I hope he recovers from the series. I think he's playing some like an Aztec king or something now.
Okay.
And I think maybe Netflix.
Yeah.
But he does not look like Aquaman. I'll tell you that. He has rounded out.
Hey, it happens to the best of us.
Yeah, sure.
Noah Centino as Ken Masters. Now, obviously, we're going to need some hair dye or something involved there because Ken's typically a blonde hair kid with straight hair, and we got a curly.
This dude's got a neck on him.
Yeah.
You know who he looks like he can play? Wolverine.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, shit, he's got the hairdo already,
right?
So why the fuck not? All right, and then we also have Orville Peck as Vega. Now, Vega wears a mask. Yeah, so I don't know this guy. Orville Peck, real name Daniel.
South African
country music. That just sounds wrong.
It's like everything about him just doesn't fit.
And he's known for wearing a mask, not revealing his face. So.
I've heard of this guy just once. Yeah. I saw some music. They were talking about him, some music video. He was singing with the mask or some bullshit. I just moved right on.
Got it. And Adrian playing Akuma. We have the GOAT, Adrian. My man Roman Reigns acknowledged the tribal chief. He's playing Akuma. Now, I'm a little curious if he's gonna shave the beard off because Akuma doesn't typically have a beard. He's a big guy. This is obviously a WWE guy, Adrian. We've heard of Roman Reigns. We've had him on other stuff. Well, not him personally,
right.
But, we've talked about his matches. So,
or maybe they'll make Akuma with a beard. Who knows?
You could do.
You had Thing with a beard.
True. I mean, you can race swap. You can face swap. I guess you can facial hair swap people if you really need to. Speaking of race swap, we got some race swapping. Oh
boy,
you go.
Yeah.
We got some race swapping stuff to talk about here in a little bit. Unfortunately, and it's right up next. But as far as most of these casting choices, one that wasn't in here was Cody Rhodes. He is He's casted as Colonel Guile. So if you ever seen Guile from Street Fighter, he's the most popular character. The guy with the blonde hair that kind of goes out like a wedge.
Yep.
Right. He's got the USA tattoo.
Yep.
You've seen Cody Rhodes, blonde hair kid. Sure. He's not as big as Guile. He's in great shape. But he's a good actor. He's been, and I say he's a good actor. I haven't seen him in shit, but I know from his WWE promos and his character work, and he's a trained actor too.
Right. So I'm probably or was into bodybuilding as much as you are into wrestling. So, you got, the Schwarzenegger, the Ferrigno that came out. And actually, I saw a photo of Ferrigno next to Schwarzenegger. Ferrigno just kind of dwarfs. I mean, Schwarzenegger's a big guy.
Yeah.
But like height and width.
Oh, really?
Ferrigno just kind of dwarfs.
He was massive.
Yeah. But, and I know kind of, professional bodybuilding has not gone by the wayside, but just has gone out of just the general consciousness of people.
It's not as popular.
Right, it's not as popular. So, but I'm wondering if there are people that's transitioning as much out of bodybuilding, which a lot of these movies, especially like the comic book movies, could benefit from some of these giant ass people, right?
Oh yeah.
Like there could have been plenty of bodybuilding women that could have played She-Hulk as opposed to the CGI bullshit. So I'm wondering if there's people still transitioning out of the bodybuilding world as much as they are transitioning out of the wrestling world.
I think the reason there's an easier transition from wrestling
Acting.
is the acting.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee you most of these bodybuilders can't act.
Right.
You know?
Well, I mean, Schwarzenegger couldn't act.
He
Ferrigno still
learned.
can't.
Yeah.
Right. Ferrigno still can't. Right?
Right.
But, I mean, that doesn't mean that they can't use them or they can't learn.
Right. They've tried too. Who's the guy with the long ponytail? Black dude. He's recent. I say recent, probably 10 years ago. He had a hell of a run in bodybuilding. Kai something. I forget his fucking name. But anyways, he was in Stranger Things in one episode, and you're like, don't ever bring this motherfucker into anything. Kai Green. This guy. Bald dude.
Oh, yeah.
And then he's got this long ass fucking braid.
Yeah. He looks like a Street Fighter kind of a personality.
The problem is the personality. He's phenomenal bodybuilder. Actor? Nope. He could have been in that movie Straws, put it that way.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Damn.
one of the side actors.
Play a light pole or some shit.
Absolutely.
No, I think a lot of people, I mean, not a lot of people, I think actors, bodybuilders should put into their plan some kind of movie role.
Oh, absolutely.
Especially and start training themselves now.
Yeah.
You know, and say, hey, I'm going to reach for this bodybuilding thing, but along the way, I'm also going to train to be a better, you know, be an actor, because there's so many more roles now open, you know, with the comic book movies and things like that.
And that's something that pro wrestlers, not all of them, but a lot of them have kind of strived for a long time. Like it didn't happen overnight. Hulk Hogan was probably the first big name that went from pro wrestling to acting. Now, he didn't have
Jesse, the body in Predator. Yeah. The first Predator.
Okay. But he didn't have a run.
Right. Steve Austin.
That was after.
Oh, that was after?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think Hogan was the first one that had a series of movies that you at least thought, hey, maybe I can make a career out of Hollywood. Okay. He couldn't. The Rock was the first one that made a career out of Hollywood.
Okay.
Like, I guarantee you, well, I don't guarantee because I don't know the numbers, but yeah, fuck it. I guarantee you that he's made more money in Hollywood than he has in professional wrestling.
Oh, I would agree with that.
And he's probably the only professional wrestler that could say that. Batista's probably close because his whole Guardians of the Galaxy run, he did the James Bond movie.
Right.
He's one that has actually, really shown that he could act.
I don't know, dude. The shit that he's doing now, I'm looking at it, I'm like, what the fuck is this? Besides the what are them injections? He got the duck lips now. His fucking eyes are pretty much all shut.
Yeah.
What's that shit?
Oh, Botox?
Botox or whatever that shit
Maybe.
is.
He lost
it just
a lot
looks
of his
crazy
weight too.
Yeah.
Like, he's cut down. Who The Rock has too. I don't know if you saw him recently, dude. He dropped like 70 pounds or some shit. He lost a lot, like, intentionally, for when people are like, oh my God, he's sick. Like, no, dude, it's for like a movie role. Relax.
Right. You ever seen Christian Bale?
Exactly. But when The Rock does, oh my God, he's dying. Like, everybody calm the fuck down. But speaking of size, you're right, dude. Lou Ferrigno. Well, let's start with Arnold. Arnold's 6'2", and when he was competing, he was around 230. Lou Ferrigno's 6'5", so a whole 3 inches taller.
Right.
And competed right around 270.
Yeah.
He's a big boy.
Oh, yeah.
Too bad he couldn't act.
Yeah. Well, one of his things was he had a inner ear infection as a kid, so he couldn't really hear.
Got it.
So his voice sounded, that kind of tone. So that also affected him.
Got
so
it.
the Hulk role was really perfect for him.
Oh yeah, you just just do that shit and fucking just scream and look stupid. Yeah.
Jump out and tear off his shirt, jump out of windows and shit.
That's it. That was. You think about how creative that was at the time. Like, you see these big budget movies now, they're just give them $50 million and make Hulk CGI. It's awesome. Yeah. But back then, dude, they didn't have that.
Yeah.
So like, just get a really big ass motherfucker and figure out a way to shoot this to look like he transformed.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, now these guys are even bigger. Dude.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, the guys now make Ferrigno look small.
Yeah,
it's fucking insane.
Yep.
Absolutely. And the women, there's probably women bigger than Ferrigno.
I know. All right, so moving on into the race swap topic today, Adrian. Jeffrey Wright, he plays Commissioner Jim Gordon in The Batman.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Wright was also in Westworld. Did you ever watch Westworld?
I did. Love the first season.
Phenomenal job.
And got the Game of Thrones treatment after
Oh
that.
my God, dude, it got so bad.
Yeah.
Each one. Second season, it was tolerable, but it disappointed me because they string you along like it's leading to something big, and it wasn't big enough. Let's put it that way. But Jeffrey Wright, as an actor, bless you. Damn, see, you're allergic to his bullshit. See that? But Jeffrey Wright, as an actor, would you say he's a pretty solid actor, pretty good actor?
I would agree with that.
Right? Like, he's not in the, who's a Kai Green? He ain't no Kai Green, dude.
Right.
He's a solid actor. And we've discussed race swaps here, several times. And I think this is, one of the things that you and I pretty much agree with across the board.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me, I guess, give you a little synopsis of my take of a race swap for anyone who's watching this for the first time. I have no issue with seeing any race on screen. So it's just because you don't like black people. No, it's not that. Any type of swap to me from a comic book character to an on-screen movie is unnecessary.
Agree.
Because there are characters of every race, gender, demographic, intellect level in comics somewhere.
Correct.
So there's no need to go, let's take, Jim Gordon and make him black.
Right.
Because you have Lucius Fox. Like, there's plenty of character. I need someone to be, Batman's ally who's not white. Well, there you go.
Right.
When it does happen, I'm also not an extreme to where, like, it ruined the movie, I'm not going to watch it. At the end of the day, it's a movie. It's entertainment. They're made up characters. I don't like it. I'm not a big fan of it, but it's not going to deter me from watching the movie and giving it a fair shot.
Correct.
That's where I stand. You?
I would agree with those statements.
Yep. Because I've not heard you once say, like, I'm not watching that movie because they made him white or they made him black. I've heard you say, it's fucking ridiculous that they did that.
Right. Or that actor sucks.
That too. Now, what I'll say about Jeffrey Wright, as much as I don't like the visual swap because I'm used to seeing Jim Gordon as a certain character, I do think he did a good job in playing Jim Gordon.
Agree.
And, I love that movie, The Batman. I'm the Batman Glazer. I'm the Glazer, Adrian. But he had some comments recently, and he can have his opinion, right? Sure. The beauty about, you living here in the United States is you have the freedom to have your opinion and be fucking wrong, too.
Absolutely.
And that's your freedom.
Yep.
He made some comments. He said, I really find it fascinating the ways in which there's such a conversation, I think even more of a conversation now about black characters in these roles. So I would pause him right there. That's not a black character.
No.
Jim Gordon. So it's not black character. You mean it's black actors in these roles.
Okay.
I don't think there's a big conversation about that, but it's just so fucking racist and stupid. It's just so blind in the way that I find revealing not to recognize the evolution of these films reflect the evolution of society, that somehow it's defiling the franchise not to keep it grounded in cultural reality of 1939 when the comic books were first published. It's the dumbest fucking thing. It's absent all logic. Now, he's a right to his own opinion. But let me ask you, do you think by me saying they shouldn't race swap Jim Gordon, that's a racist comment?
No.
No, because I didn't say anything about any certain race. You just shouldn't change the character.
Right.
And yes, comics, Batman was created in 1939, but there's damn near 80 plus years to pull from where the comics have evolved with the times.
Sure.
But they didn't change established characters. They added new characters and built them up.
I don't like the idea. So just a few generic comments. One, I don't like race swapping, gender swapping of comic book characters, period.
Okay.
But at the same time, I also don't like them not bubbling up and I'll get into that in my hidden gem, but also not bubbling up these characters where if you want a different ethnicity, then just bubble up that character.
Right.
Don't recreate an existing one.
Sure.
Red, green, and yellow lights have been around for 100 fucking years or whatever. You're not all of a sudden, people are colorblind, so let's just change the colors. Or there's more Asian people and they don't recognize red, yellow, green, so let's just come on. That's ridiculous, right? So if you want more black people, black characters, they're there.
Right.
Just bubble them up.
Sure.
Right. And the third thing is, I also do not like the fact that it's like they're just trying to kill the ones that are there. Why are we still having a conversation? We being you and I, not the world, because the world's just like, fuck it, right?
Right, yeah.
Why are we still having a conversation about T'Challa?
Correct.
Why is he not being recast like immediately? Why wasn't he recast immediately? Why are they trying to make T'Challa a white kid now? Ridiculous.
Right.
That's a white T'Challa is as ridiculous as a black Jim Gordon to me.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree with that. Actually, no, I would say the white T'Challa is worse.
I was gonna say I was thinking about that. It's like, okay, so let's make a black Superman.
Right.
There we go. Black Superman, white T'Challa. No.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
Hey, the level of ridiculousness in that is insane.
I also think it's lazy.
Right.
Because you have those characters, right? The Blue Beetle, Hispanic character.
Right.
You need an Hispanic character, you want to make a movie about a Hispanic character. And that was one of I think the best parts of that movie was the cultural aspect. They did a great job of bringing that to life. They didn't take Flash and make him Hispanic. They just made a Blue Beetle movie.
Right.
You can do that same thing. And there's plenty of other characters. So,
they took the Flash and just made a bad Flash movie.
Right. You could have raised gender swap, any fucking swap. It still would have been bad.
Yep.
And I see from an actor's standpoint where he's coming from, like from the whole having more black actors in roles. It's hard for me with this. In this form of content, the comic book content that's based off of source material.
Right.
That's where I struggle with changing anything, to be honest. But at the end of the day, like I said, is it going to cause me to riot and not watch the movie? No. I think almost to kind of where you were getting at with the T'Challa thing, let's be more upset about that. The fact that they haven't recasted T'Challa than we are about a handful of people not liking the Jim Gordon race swap. Like, that's not the battle, in my opinion.
Right.
The battle is, let's get T'Challa back on screen because Jim Gordon is not a movie leading role.
No, not at all.
T'Challa's a fucking Saga leading role. Like, he's a big character. And he should be in this phase in Secret Wars. So I'm with you, bro. If there's two protests going on, the Jim Gordon black protest and the recast T'Challa protest,
right?
I'm going to that one.
There you go.
So, speaking of race swapping, Adrian, the MCU's Wonderman, they did it too.
Yep.
Now, I also think too, with me, and maybe you're talking on both sides, if it's a character that is not as big, popular, as well known to me, and this is not just limited to race swap, I think it's to any change, I'm going to be less offended by it. And maybe that's unfair, but there's characters that have been gender swapped. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure Dar-Ben, remember the villain?
Right.
She was gender swapped,
okay.
But I didn't really care for the Dar-Ben character in the comics, so it didn't bother me as much. And this one kind of falls under that for me. I'm not a massive Wonderman fan. I've seen him in, some Avengers comics. I don't even know if he's had his own run.
He has.
He has, okay. And I know there's different versions of Wonderman too, right? The one that this show is based on is the actor version. What's his name? Simon something, right?
Simon Williams.
Simon Williams. And in this version he's the one who's an actor and a superhero.
Right. Well, I don't know if they're going to portray him as a actor becoming a superhero, but in the comics, he was the brother of him and his brother ran a company, and he embezzled some shit with the prison.
Yeah.
He got injected with some shit and made him Wonderman, but then the acting part came later as his cover.
Okay. Simon Williams. So this is what it says so far. He's a superpowered actor and stunt person who auditions for the lead role in a superhero television series. So he's already superpowered. So it doesn't sound like he is a superhero yet.
Right.
But he's a superpowered individual using that to be a stuntman. But it makes sense.
Sure.
If you got superpowers like, let's say, super strength, healing, shit like that, and you try to stay under the radar, shit, stuntman's a great job for you.
Absolutely.
So I'm intrigued into this show. This drops, when is this coming out? I think later this year. Streaming service, Disney. Let's see, casting.
But see, I think they've already changed, like Wikipedia, they've already changed it to the new Simon Williams biography as opposed to the old comic book one, just by the little snippet that you just read.
Yeah, well, this is for the show specifically, the one I read.
Okay.
It just says Disney Plus is releasing it in December of this year. It's 8 episodes. We know that Trevor Slattery is going to be Ben Kingsley's character from the
Iron
MCU. From Iron Man, and then he was in Shang-Chi. Simon's brother's the Grim Reaper.
Yes.
Eric Williams. He's going to be in this. And then the Department of Damage Control. Oh, this guy here, this Arian Mohade. I probably butchered his name, but he's back. He's a Department of Damage Control agent, and he was in some other movies. But anyways, this drops in December.
Okay, so we are going to get Christmas comics.
Yeah, Christmas comics. So a show. I know we're not having another movie till fucking next June, July.
That's okay.
But we got a nice little show. So from what you've heard about this show so far, are you any bit intrigued?
Intrigued? No.
No?
I'll watch it when it comes out.
Got it.
I'm about as intrigued as I was of Ironheart.
Okay. Got it. All right. So hopefully it can be better than Ironheart.
Right.
But what about, does this race swap bother you just as much as the Gordon one?
It bothers me on the same level that it happened at all. But again, these are supporting characters. These aren't main characters. So it's not as obscene, but it's still obscene. Yeah. Because it's completely unnecessary.
Got it. All right. We have a little bit of Doomsday news before we wrap up this segment. So we talked about Dr. Doom, rumored to be after Cap, because he goes back in time. Now, this is something that I've been thinking a lot about lately, and we touched on this last week here. We don't know if time travel
is an incursion.
Is going to cause an incursion, right? We do know, now we don't know fucking anything, because this is a new concept here, right? Like what happens in the MCU is not always exactly what's happening in comics.
Well, it's like, it's been theorized that there's a ball of magma in the center of the planet. We don't fucking know
shit,
right? Nope. They still talking about, we've only explored 5% of the ocean.
The number keep getting smaller.
Right, the number keep getting smaller. So there's millions of species of animals that we don't even know that exist or not because of that. So everything's a theory.
Well, that theory about Steve causing him has been expanded a little bit.
Oh, of course.
So right now, this was just reported by one of the same scoopers, Adrian.
Well, he scooped our podcast, and they were like, maybe them boys got some ideas there. Let's explore this more.
Well, in fairness, I scooped his tweets and talked about him on here. So, but chicken, egg, who knows? Who knows what came first, you know? Anyways, what he says now is, in Avengers Doomsday, Steve going back in time to be with Peggy created the incursions that killed Dr. Doom's family. So that's why Doom is hunting Steve.
So it's not the Doom, let me take care of my people. It's the Doom, Tony Stark, let me kill this motherfucker.
Yeah, absolutely.
Got it.
Like, you killed my family, bro. So who knows? I mean, what's fun is, like, there's going to be tons of these theories, and maybe one of them is going to be right. Who the fuck knows? We won't find out until next December.
Is that going to be the next thing? Because remember when we had this, we started out with this multiverse thing, and it's like, oh my God, how many multiverse things that we're going to have, right?
Right.
Now it's incursions.
Yes.
And the difference between a multiverse and an incursion run is that the multiverse are places. Incursions is the result of something that happened in these things.
Right.
So these they always talk about when in these time travel movies, oh, don't let these people see you. Don't have this tech. Don't take the gum wrapper back. Leave the Dunkin' Donuts cup at home.
Exactly.
Because all that shit, if people see them, blah, 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 blah. Those are incursions. The result of something that happened out of an existing timeline, right?
Yeah.
So I wonder if that's going to be the next big thing, incursions, all this bullshit. So we're going to have 10 or 15 years of incursions happening in movies as opposed to jumping across universes.
No, I think we're going to have 2 years of incursions that are going to lead to Secret Wars. 'Cause I see what you're saying, but in Marvel, the or at least in the comics and in the MCU so far, an incursion are when two of these realities are colliding.
Okay.
And in the Avengers run, the Hickman run up to Secret Wars, what you have to do when this happens, it'd be like a fucking portal starts opening up in the sky in the parking lot, and we see another Earth there.
Okay.
And the only way for us to survive is to kill that fucking Earth because it's going to collide with us.
Got you. All right.
And there's a cool comic panel where Cap has the Infinity Gauntlet and he uses it to destroy. It was not all of these Earths are full of life like ours.
Okay.
There are times where there's an incursion and it's, a dead planet. So when that happens, if you destroy that planet, yours will survive. So there was an instance like that in this Avengers comic run. Cap takes the gauntlet, destroys that Earth, but then it also destroys the gauntlet because of how much power it took to do that. And the stones are now. So there, at that point, the Illuminati that was kind of orchestrating this kind of, kill off these are like, we just got to kill them now. We can't, there's no way for us to do it safely, yada, yada, yada. And then Cap was against that. So they fucking wiped Cap's memory. So he had no memory of being part of the Illuminati or even knowing about the incursions. So anyways, I tell you that just to tell you that because I felt like it. But it sounds like, at least if this rumor is true, the time travel could also cause incursions. But to me, that sounds like a new thing. Because in Doctor Strange, too, I got to rewatch that movie to see, because I know they talk about the incursions there. But I believe the incursions in that movie were caused by multiverse travel. They had nothing to do with time travel.
Okay.
Right? I mean, do you remember any different? I don't think time travel had anything to do with any.
No, it was
incursion.
not. It wasn't time. It was multiverse travel.
It was something to do with the multiverse. So this could be a new. And I'm not ruling this out. I mean, we're not like incursion fucking experts. We heard a little bit about it in one movie, so there could be, but it sounds a little off if you ask me. Next up, Simu Liu. I think that's how you say his name. He plays Shang-Chi.
Okay.
First of all, were you ever a Shang-Chi fan in the comics? No. Ever read any Shang-Chi? Was this your first?
Yeah, it was my first exposure.
Got it. Same. So I can't be like, he embodied the character. I don't know. I know I enjoyed the movie.
Sure.
Shang-Chi's a character I do want to see show back up. And he's one that I think the thing that hurt that, well, I know sometimes I just know shit.
All right.
I know the thing that hurt that movie was COVID. It was released like when no one fucking left their house.
Right.
But it was popped in the theater. I remember going with my kids. You know who went to the movie? The entire theater was me and my two kids.
Wow.
Yes. And that was like the week it dropped. So no one went to see it because everyone's afraid of this fucking virus that the government released and try to kill us all off. But anyways. Or maybe they didn't. Maybe it was it was the bat, Adrian. But anyway, Shang-Chi, I like the character. I like to see him show back up. But what he says, because he's on set, Doomsday, he says everybody will be blown away by Robert Downey Jr.'s Dr. Doom. Reason I included this was not really because he said that, but we were talking about Doom on the live this past week. And there's still a good chunk of people out there that believe this, Adrian. They believe that Dr. Doom's going to show up on screen. He's going to have the Tony Stark pointy beards, the glasses, the jet black hair. He's going to be cracking jokes talking to Jarvis. I'm exaggerating.
Sure.
But they're still like, are they going to address the fact that he looks like Tony Stark? And he's not going to fucking look like Tony Stark.
Can an actor like change roles? Or do you want him to be stuck in Tony Stark role for the rest of his fucking life?
You know that's not the only fucking role he's played. Go watch Oppenheimer or some of these other movies, Sherlock Holmes, and tell me that he fucking acts like Tony Stark.
Right.
He doesn't.
He does not.
Go watch Tropic Thunder.
Oh. That's a 180
I'm
right
just
there.
a dude playing a dude dressed by like tell me that this dude doesn't have range.
Yeah, he does.
Come on.
But I noticed it in the Avengers movie, but he like thinned out, and he did. And then even when he came out as Dr. Doom, he was thin. Is he just fucking? It's like he retroactively aged or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Is he like really that thin now?
He was, and then there was a shot with him on set. Remember when he was sitting there flexing with the camera? He's put on a little bit of and he's also wearing like a muscle suit to pad him out. So maybe Robert Downey Jr.'s thin, but Victor Von Doom's not going to be thin.
No.
Because they have padding and there's CGI and there's
Sure.
people like, you think he's going to fucking show up looking like Tony Stark? Like, come on.
No, he looked healthy as Tony Stark.
Yeah.
But what was it when he was in space, he was dying and they found him?
Yeah.
Endgame. So when he came back, he was like scrawny. He looked like he was emaciated.
Yes.
And I thought it was just, he's in space. He didn't eat.
Yeah.
But then he shows up as Doom with the same kind of weight and look. So just,
But he's also a lot older now than like people don't realize that Iron Man was 2008, bro.
Yeah.
He's a lot older. He don't look like Tony Stark anymore.
Right. Almost 20 years, right?
Exactly. I don't know about you, but I don't look the same way I did 20 years ago.
I do.
That's racist, Adrian.
No.
It's because black don't crack, but us white people do. That means what are we gonna do, bro? It must be the fucking mayonnaise. I'm telling you.
Something.
Anyway, so Simu Liu says that we're gonna be blown away by Robert Downey Jr.'s Doom, and I think he's right.
I just hope that statement isn't like that W statement. Oh, shock and awe.
Oh yeah.
We promise you this entertainment, and then we get what we got.
I'm team Robert Downey. I think he's gonna knock it out of the park.
I agree.
Yeah, I don't think anyone, and if you do, you're gonna be a fucking liar. Just get Tony Stark out of my head. No, I don't. Like, he's played plenty of fucking roles, dude.
Yeah.
We just saw the guy who plays Yondu show up in Peacemaker playing the fucking the guy hunting the eagle.
Right.
I don't go, oh my God, it's Yondu. No, it's a whole new character.
That's what they get paid to do.
Absolutely.
Be other people.
They're actors.
Yes.
Channing Tatum.
Mr. Big Head himself. Big Neck.
Mr. Big Head. He is back. He was on set. He was on set for Avengers Doomsday. And he was talking about, first he was talking about the accent. He said, I'm not going to go full Cajun because the Russos, they want things to be funny, but they don't want to go full Deadpool. They want to keep the drama and keep it tight. When Gambit gets serious, when he drops the Mardi Gras mask, things do matter. That's a good thing. We talked about, they're listening, dude. Because a few weeks ago, when Deadpool was rumored to show up in Doomsday, we said they need to tone him down.
Right.
Now, we don't know if Deadpool's there yet, but we do know that Channing Tatum is there as Gambit, and he just said they toned him down. They want less Deadpool. The other thing he talked about was a big battle with Dr. Doom. So what do you think about Gambit versus Dr. Doom?
I don't. There is no versus. I mean, he could probably do a couple things, initially, but I mean, nah, he's not.
He's no match.
No.
And I'm sure.
I mean, well, he could. I think he can do some Human Torch shit.
Okay.
Like he did in X-Men '97. Yeah. Right. But he killed himself doing it.
He did. Yeah.
So he could probably do something like that. But I mean, Doom's shield, which can withstand a nuke, a direct ground zero nuke. I don't think it's going to do too much.
You're talking base Doom.
Just base Doom.
Yeah, we're not talking no God Emperor or nothing like that.
Nope.
Now it all depends on too, like, how much do they nerf Doom?
Right.
Because I mean, comic book movies in general are known for nerfing everybody,
Mhm.
right? So how much do they nerf Doom down in this movie? I mean, they can't nerf him too much if he's going to be the next Thanos level guy.
Right. I mean, I think they should do something. I definitely don't start him at the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
right? Um, but based on the fact that he showed up in the Fantastic Four at the end, right, means that he's already established.
Right.
So they should show him at the pinnacle of Doom right before a God Doom Emperor transformation.
Okay.
So that means he's got all of his shit.
Yeah.
He's got his magic. He's got everything.
Well established.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I don't want to see a whole Doom origin.
Yeah.
I want him to come in this movie being a badass.
Mhm.
So yeah, I mean, I think it'd be a fun shot on scene to see
Yeah.
Gambit go against Doom.
Mhm. It'll be short.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that is remember we saw Thanos beat the shit out of Hulk. Maybe that's gonna be that scene for here where early on Doom just fucks Gambit up real quick.
The Thanos Hulk thing, there was at least a match in strength and size.
Yeah, it was pretty one-sided.
Basically Thanos beat him on skill.
Yeah.
Because Thanos is a warrior. Hulk is just a raging fucking lunatic.
He was in there like Ali, bro.
Right. So I don't think a Doom Gambit is that level.
Yeah.
Of kind of a fight.
Well, we'll find out next December, unless it gets pushed back again. Last piece of news, we talk about The Rock a lot on here, Adrian. You know, he's your favorite actor of all time, or
no. He's entertaining.
he is.
Right.
And I'm a big Rock fan. I'm fucking with you. I mean, WWE days, he was my guy. Movie wise, I mean, you've probably seen more of his movies than I have. I do like him in a handful of movies. Like I love when he was added to the Fast and Furious franchise. Fast 5 I thought was phenomenal. Pain and Gain's one of my favorite movies that he's in with Mark Wahlberg, Anthony Mackie's in that.
Oh my God. I started watching that movie and then Anthony Mackie jerking himself. Because my grandkid was in the
shit, yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? And so I had to turn away from him. But anyway, I started watching. It was pretty good. Shazam.
Yep. Black Adam. I mean,
Shazam. Black Adam.
We don't bring up Shazam. We don't talk about Shazam here. I mean, you got him in Moana as Maui, voice actor.
Right.
I mean, so anyways, hell of a career. But I would say he's leaned more towards the box office roles. Like he's not, I've not seen anything where I'd be like, yo, he should be up for an Academy Award. Oh my God. No, he's the action star.
Right.
He's, a lot of the scripts, and a lot of people say he plays the same character in every role. I don't know. I don't put that blame on him. I think the studios go, let's write a movie for The Rock.
Right.
Because he's a box office fucking king, dude.
Right.
Like, I mean, movie with The Rock, it does numbers. I believe he's the highest paid actor in the history of Hollywood.
Wow. I mean, even back when he had hair, he Escape to Witch Mountain, which is an older movie.
Okay.
He plays like he's definitely an ex-convict. Like an ex-bouncer or something. And he helps these kids, these aliens get back.
Yeah.
The Witch Mountain. He played in the movie with Kevin Hart when they went in some alternate universe. It's like a game kind of movie. Jumanji.
Yep.
He played in that. He went after that kid. He was like a collector, and he went after the kid that doesn't show up anymore. They used to be in those movies like in the 80s and 90s. Anyway, he's been in a lot of shit.
Yeah.
And he's kind of matured a lot, but definitely he needs to pivot to some more. He's got the money.
Oh, yeah.
So he needs to pivot over into more things that have a potential, but you don't even know what that is.
Correct.
Let me think of it and then I'll talk about it.
Let's see. It says there's no highest paid actor of all time. It varies year to year, blah, blah, blah. But okay, Dwayne Johnson frequently topped the annual list. Anyways, he's made some money at the box office. He was named the highest paid actor on the Forbes list. He was reported $103 million in 2024. So I guess depending on whose fucking list you're looking at. But anyway.
And that's just acting. That's not his other, ventures.
Correct.
His tequila, all the other bullshit that I'm sure he's involved in.
Yeah.
I mean, like Shaq, right? You see Shaq on all these commercials.
Dude, every commercial.
But you don't know the extent of the commercials. Right. But he also owns like
fast food joints.
Yeah, some pizza joints, some
Papa John's.
Papa
Yep.
I mean, he owns all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
Some clubs. I mean, this dude is just money allows you to get into more shit.
Shaq Attack, bro. But The Rock, your stance on The Rock, and I say, not talking to you, I'm talking to them out there and myself, may change after this new movie that's coming out October 3rd. Rock stars as Mark Kerr, the UFC legend. So any of our MMA UFC fans out there, you probably remember Mark Kerr from back in the day, early UFC, back when there wasn't as many rules where like, dude, I think you could even kick in the balls and shit back then. Actually, you could. I remember seeing, there's a clip of a fight from back then that hit TikTok probably a couple months back where they're laying down on the ground and the guy's legs are open and the other guy literally just starts punching him in the fucking balls after one. Yeah, like that was okay back then. They added some rules over the years.
I'm sure.
Yeah, but Mark Kerr was, a UFC legend back in those days. Went through a lot of issues outside of the octagon with addiction, pain pills, things like that. So this is a drama. This is a biopic. And Dwayne Johnson stars as Mark Kerr. And I mean, we saw the trailer earlier. What a hell of a transformation from a character. He don't even sound like The Rock. And so he just sounds like not anymore.
No.
So I think, dude, I think this is going to be an awesome movie. And this could be the start of The Rock getting into more of these acting roles, versus the action star.
Right.
The movie was screened recently. I saw a clip. There was a 15-minute, allegedly, 15 minutes is a long time.
Yes.
Allegedly, Adrian, there was a 15-minute standing ovation that he received that Rock even broke down after this. I guess it's a thing he's never experienced, praise for his acting ability versus his action star acting. It's a little, it's different.
A little bit.
You show up like a badass, say some cool shit versus like showing emotion, showing a range of emotions on screen, which at least from the trailer, it gave me that feel that we're probably going to see something we've never seen from The Rock.
Yeah. And you're right, 15 minutes is a long time, dude.
Yeah. It's like check that one.
It's like that you're going to take a turn off a highway and it says a mile. And dude, you know how long that mile is when you're behind a slow car?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Dude, I turn off at like 50 feet. Actually, I don't. Because then I think it's another stuff. But anyway.
No, half a mile's good.
Yeah.
Anything over half a mile, it's unnecessary.
Yeah.
But this movie drops October 3rd. I'm looking forward to it, dude.
Yeah.
What I'm looking forward to right now, though, is wrapping up the news with a little thumbs up, thumbs down. Adrian, are you ready?
Let's go.
Let's do it. Let's pop over here. Boom. All right, number one. Ryan Reynolds, Adrian, he breaks the most important rules of an accident. He admits fault for being responsible for leaking the Deadpool test footage, forced the studio to make the Deadpool movie. We knew this all along.
Sure.
But you know what? I give him a thumbs up for finally coming clean.
Yeah, thumbs up.
Yeah, I mean, if you did something, you fucking own it, right? Be accountable. Let's see. James Gunn announces Man of Tomorrow for 2027. Rumored to feature Superman and Lex Luthor in the main role. So I guess Nicholas Hoult and David Cornswell will be co-stars of this movie. Okay. I like this. I give a thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
James Gunn also says Peacemaker is a Man of Tomorrow prequel.
Interesting.
So I give that a thumbs up.
I don't know about intriguing, but interesting. Thumbs up.
Which maybe there'll be a big cameo. Who knows? Who knows? Street Fighter release date has been announced, and the full cast has also been announced with the first official synopsis. I give this a thumbs up, dude. I'm liking this movie so far.
I give it a thumbs up because I'm excited for you.
Are you excited for me?
Yes.
That's nice, dude. Jeffrey Wright calls all those complaining about the Jim Gordon race swap racist. I got to give that a thumbs down because I think that it's a conversation that should be had, and I think we're looking at the wrong thing.
He's saying that the people that don't like the race swap are racist.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't think so because it's a little deeper than that.
Well, first of all, it's their opinion.
Sure.
Just like it was the director's choice to do the race swap.
Correct.
Now, we may not agree with it.
I fucking don't.
But to call the people who don't like the race swap racist, I think that's a bit much.
Because and maybe there's one or two people out there that said this, but I've not seen anyone go like, that's wrong because he's black. No, it's wrong because that's not who that character is.
Right. Because not only is that not that character, then you got to change Barbara, you got to change her upbringing, her whole backstory, all this other kind of crap. And it's mostly unnecessary because Gordon is not that critical of a character, right? Now, what's even more atrocious is the race swap with the Fantastic Four, right? But then you want to get into this now. The whole T'Challa thing. I mean, that's going to be a fucking that'll be something.
Yes.
But anyway, I don't think it's racist for that particular role.
No,
it was just unnecessary.
And what I've said always about this whole race swapping idea is if it's about being diverse and inclusion, I'm all for. But there's plenty of characters of all races, genders, demographics, everything. Let's just be a little more creative with which characters we want to include.
Right.
Versus, I think it's lazy on the studio's part.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
Hey, Jeffrey Wright has a right to feel that way. Speaking of race swapping, the MCU's Wonderman is set to be, they're calling it a celebration of the profession of acting in the show itself. And this is coming to Disney Plus in December of this year. I give it a thumbs up, dude. I'm ready for some more content. Let's see. Dr. Doom, rumored to be after Cap because of the incursions that Cap caused by going back in time to live with Peggy. These incursions allegedly killed Doom's family. I give this one a thumbs down.
Why?
Because I don't ever remember time travel being a reason for incursions anywhere in the comic. I might be wrong. Be like, that's not how. Okay, maybe relax. I think it convolutes the whole multiverse.
Okay,
trap. Like that's what we're.
So
told.
This is just pure revenge, not not creating an incursion.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with you. Thumbs down.
Simu Liu, who plays Shang-Chi, he'll return in Avengers Doomsday. I give that part a thumbs up.
Sure.
And he says everyone will be blown away by Robert Downey Jr.'s Dr. Doom. I give it a thumbs up. Sure. I'm ready to be blown away. No Diddy. Channing Tatum teases a Gambit Doom fight, and he says Remy won't go full Cajun like he did in Deadpool and Wolverine, so we actually will be able to understand what the fuck he's saying this time. So I give that a thumbs up.
I think those two things. One, nobody understood what the fuck he was saying. And two, I don't think he can maintain that. I mean, he would have to do a lot of work to make that truly authentic. I mean, he mumbled a couple of things, you know, in the Deadpool movie, which we still couldn't understand. So imagine him having a full-blown conversation.
Yeah. And I think it would take away from the performance. Sure. I think like he could still have an accent, but it doesn't need to be a fucking comedy fest every time he says two words.
Right.
The Rock breaks down after a 15-minute standing ovation he received, allegedly. 15 minutes is a long time.
It's a long time.
I'm sure it was a standing ovation, though. After a screening of the new A24 movie starring Dwayne Johnson as former UFC legend Mark Kerr. I give this a thumbs up because this movie looks good. It looks interesting, and I can't wait to check it out. So,
I give it a thumbs up as well. I mean, it was subtle changes, but he almost got like the penguin transformation. Dude.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
He doesn't look like, The Rock.
Correct.
Doesn't sound like The Rock.
No, not at all.
So
not at all. Well, that's thumbs up, thumbs down. Guys, like, subscribe, put on that little bell so you know when we drop these videos. We're at you every Monday. You know how it is. All right, moving on. Adrian, Peacemaker. Season 2, episode 3. So last week, I watched episode 2, and I gotta be honest with our viewers, Adrian. I watched it very, very late. Sure. It was probably 3 o'clock in the morning. I just didn't have time to watch it, and I was a little annoyed that I fucking didn't watch. I was mad at myself, so I put it on, and I didn't enjoy the episode. Now, you didn't watch it. You fell asleep watching it last week.
Correct.
Right? But you've went back and watched episode 2.
Yes.
And before we get into episode 3, how did you feel about episode 2 now you've seen the whole thing?
I was cool with it.
Okay.
Eagle went.
I think I was off base.
Slightly.
Okay.
Slightly. Eagle went Eagle.
Oh yeah, he did.
That was pretty cool. All of that stuff. Really, the most annoying thing, the most annoying part of it was when that dude, the black dude came in.
Yep.
That agent. It was that character, that role, that interaction was completely unnecessary.
Yep.
And he said some just over the top foul stuff. It was just annoying.
Yeah.
And it didn't feel, I won't say it felt forced, but it was definitely unnecessary.
Yeah, you know what? I'd say it felt a little forced, dude.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't think that's crazy. Tim Meadows plays Langston Fleury. He's an Argus agent assigned by Bordeaux to supervise economics with modern Peacemaker. And on knowing the fuck out of all of us is his other job, which he does. Yeah, it's almost, and maybe this is a weird thing to say about a show like Peacemaker. That character is too stupid for the show. He's too stupid for any fucking show.
And that bird blindness, that was just it. It was as ridiculous to watch and consume as a viewer as it was for economics to like wrap his head around it in the show.
Yeah,
it's like bird. So you see a hummingbird and an eagle as a duck.
Right,
everything's the same to you.
It's stupid.
And then he tried to use it as a reason why he didn't pay attention to the eagle after they got attacked.
Yeah.
To Bordeaux, right? Ridiculous.
Yeah, it was definitely ridiculous. So if we could, remove that whole fucking character, that would be great.
Right.
But episode 2, so you liked it more than I did, but episode 3 I really liked. And I got an interesting theory that before we wrap up, we're gonna or before we move on, we'll talk about. But did you like episode 3?
Yes, it was good.
We see, it was called Another Rick Up My Sleeve. We were talking about this last week. Like, we're probably going to see the Rick Flag from the other dimension, but it was actually Rick Flag Jr. who's still alive. But dude, it's a different Rick Flag, bro.
Right.
What'd you think about him?
It was cool to see that kind of thing from him because he's an intense character.
Yeah.
He played RoboCop, the remake of RoboCop, so that was pretty cool. But to see him this nerdy, jealous co-worker, it was cute.
Yeah.
And I'm glad they didn't stretch it too long.
Right.
But then they roll from that to, the interaction, walking around in the park or the city or whatever, the explosion, and then Peacemaker goes into action without the suit. So that was pretty cool.
Speaking of that scene, what were the Sons of Liberty? I think they called them. They showed up. He's trying to rekindle this thing with Harcourt. And then these guys run by. The dude falls on like the substance and blows the fuck up. It's like, oh shit, they're setting the bomb or whatever. And dude, at this point when Peacemaker goes up the other building, jumps into the building that the Sons of Liberty are at and starts wrecking shit. I was like, all right, now we're back on track.
Right.
That was a fucking awesome scene, dude. How'd you feel about fucking Peacemaker going?
That was classic. That was almost some John Wick shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Like, he just don't give a fuck. Like, when he chops the dude in the head with the axe, and he's like, what'd you say?
Right.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That was cool because I'm assuming that's a real reaction.
Oh, yeah.
It's like your body doesn't understand that it's dead already, so your mind just kind of does some weird shit. Yeah. And then he's like, fine, I'll just cut his head off or cut his throat or something. So that was pretty cool. That and the pencil scene. Those are the two most captivating moments to me. When he was in the ceiling, he picked up the pencil and the guy comes in through the door and he stabs the guy in both sides of the head and picks him up. Yep. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was great, dude. It was fucking wonderful.
Classic Carnage, right?
Classic, dude. And then his brother shows up in the suit. Yeah. And we see some kind of weird interaction with him and his brother after, which I'm wondering, like, at what point is he going to tell his brother and his dad, or are they going to find out that he ain't the Chris that they think he is, Well, it's going to be kind of hard because apparently he can literally just blame all his past on the drugs and stuff, right? Which apparently he did a lot of. Drugs and alcohol, right? Yep. So by him going to the building to Argus, he did the retina scan, so that didn't detect that he was a different Chris, right? They can't. They're his father and his brother. They can't tell. No. He's got odd behavior, but there's nothing physical about him that lets them know that this is a different Chris. Right. So he could play it off, but his consciousness might get to him. Yeah. But I guess he's loving that universe, though. He is. Best universe ever, best dimension ever, he says. But if you remember at the end, he comes back to his original universe, and Sasha Bordeaux has a team. Right. Rolling up on his crib right now. So, and that's where we were left at the end of last episode. So shit's about to hit the fan. So, given this episode a rating 1 to 10, what would you rate this?
7.5.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I'd probably go 7.5. Judo Master's back, the little guy.
Right.
He's like, oh, here's your team member. One thing, there's a theory, and I can't take full credit because I saw this online. I could take partial credit because the theory was out there. It's up to me whether I want to believe it or not, right? So, lem- before I get into this, let me ask you a question, because you tend to pick up on shit like this usually. Is there anything missing or odd or different that stands out to you about the other dimension that he's in?
Not off the top of my head, no.
So
I'm sure once you say it, I'll
once
be
I
like,
say,
oh
you're gonna
yeah.
be like, wait a minute. Let's just say, in that dimension, there's a lot of people that look like me.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't seen one person that looks like you, Adrian.
Sure.
So, and in the original dimension, there's all kinds of different ethnicities.
Right.
And it's not just a white, black, it's literally only white people in that dimension. So, and the theory is, actually, let's back up. Peacemaker's dad in his, let's call it Dimension 1.
Right.
And Dimension 2 is his new favorite one. In Dimension 1 was a racist fuck.
Correct.
Okay. Peacemaker's dad in Dimension 2, we've not seen him be a racist fuck yet.
Because there's no other people for him to be a racist against.
You're picking up what I'm putting down, what I picked up when someone else was putting it down. So I did some research. There is a reality in DC titled Earth X, where the Germans won World War II. They are world heroes. And in that dimension, they've eliminated every other race but white people. So the theory is that's that fucking dimension.
That would be some shit.
He don't know it yet. And if you remember, one of the reasons he ended up killing his dad was this belief.
Right.
I mean, shit, Peacemaker's fucking best friend right now is black chick.
Right.
A gay black chick. So he ain't down with this shit.
Right.
He's gonna lose his shit when he finds this out.
Right. I can see that.
Yeah. That's and now the funny thing too is, if you know anything about James Gunn, he's a big anti-Trumper, anti all that. So if there's a chance to add some of that commentary to any of his stuff, he's gonna jump on it. So it seems like, maybe it's maybe it's not, maybe it's another twist, but it seems like this is where we're heading in this, which is probably good. Because outside of that, why the fuck would Chris not want to just move to that dimension?
Right.
When you think about it, he don't exist there anymore. Hardcore, they had a relationship. They're kind of rekindling that. His brother's still alive. His dad's not a dick to him. Like, it's perfect.
Right.
But then he's going to get hit with that and like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Intriguing.
So that is intriguing.
That is intriguing. Well, there you have it. Let us know. Do you believe it? First of all, do you think that theory is legit? Does that make sense?
Yeah. I mean, when you're surrounded by your kind, you don't think, it doesn't hit you that there's no other kind.
Right.
Initially.
Correct. And because there's no other kind, you don't see any of that anti-hate violence. No. So there's nothing that would even like have you thinking that in the first place. You're just like, everyone's fucking happy here. This is cool.
Yeah. Now, if you walk into a place where there is nothing but the opposite of your kind, now and I've done that plenty of times.
Yeah.
You walk into a spot, you go to a town, and it's like, wait a minute. Something's missing.
Right.
It's not the McDonald's.
No. So if Adebayo moves over in this dimension, she might pick up on it.
Yeah, she gets slaughtered.
Or they're gonna look at, where the fuck did this bitch come from?
Right, like what is that?
Yeah, so I think something like that could cause at least then to bring that attention to that issue, and then Chris is like, oh shit, no, this ain't what I fucking signed up for.
Right.
You just better hope he has his little fucking helmet on when that happens. But dude, I'm liking this shot. I think we're back on track, Adrian. You know,
It's a cool helmet too. Yeah,
it
on the bike. The bike sucks, but the helmet is pretty cool.
Oh, that was funny, dude. That when he first starts walking around, I mean, the chicks flashing him. Everyone's like, they're worshiping him.
Yeah.
So it would make sense that it would have to be something as fucked up as this, as the negative of that dimension, because everything else in his mind is so amazing.
Correct.
So
wait a minute, is there Eagly in that dimension?
We haven't seen one yet.
Exactly. There's that too.
Oh, they kill the birds too?
Hey. They replaced them in ours. So
with
mechanical shit, with robots and shit. So it's not a far fetched that they killed them.
Damn. Oh, we're cracking all the codes here, Adrian. We're cracking them. All right. Well, that is the Peacemaker episode 3 review. Look forward to next episode. Adrian, I got some WWE stuff. This is where I'm going to say stuff. You're probably not going to know what any of it fucking means, and then we'll move on.
All right.
But I have a segment I created a few weeks ago called 10 Count. The reason I created this segment, since you asked, Adrian, well, you did, but I figured you were gonna.
Sure.
In wrestling, there's a count out. So if you're outside of the ring for more than 10 seconds, you lose. You ever see Reverend count 1, 2, right? And they make it all dramatic. And on the 9, he's like 9. He's about to go 10, and the guy slides in, and he's in. So 10 count.
Right.
That's why I call it 10 count.
Okay.
The rules here are simple. These are just 10 things I feel like saying about WWE based off of what I've seen this past week. They're my opinions. And it's almost like an agree to disagree with everybody watching, because you can't agree or disagree because you don't watch it.
Yep.
But so anyways, there was a big show this past week, Clash in Paris, that was on Sunday. They're a fucking global conglomerate, like a monthly. Back in the day, we'd call them pay-per-views. Now they're called PLEs.
Okay.
They're on Peacock. They're moving actually to ESPN next month, and they're racking the price up to like $30 a month for that.
Damn.
Now we used to pay like $50, $60 a month for pay-per-views back in the day. So it's like, everybody calm down. But anyways, it was their big show. It was in Paris. It was great. And then this past week, there was a couple big returns. Brock Lesnar came back. And then AJ Lee, who is CM Punk's wife, who left the company 10 years ago, came back. It was a big deal. One of the worst kept secrets in the world, because there was a Reddit post where someone like emailed WWE looking for merchandise for one of these, for AJ Lee, who was rumored to show up. We weren't supposed to know this. And the person responded and was like, not yet. After she returns, there's a link. Like, they confirmed that she was returning.
Okay.
So somebody probably got fired. You would think. All right, anyways, here's my 10 count for this past week. Number 1, WWE US crowds as a whole should be ashamed of yourselves, because you fucking suck compared to international crowds. It's night and day. And I'm part of the US crowd, so we suck. Number 2, the GOAT.
Wait a minute. Why? Why is that?
The
Why
energy,
is this thing?
dude. I would have to show you a difference, but like, I think we're spoiled here because WWE's here. We've had these shows forever. They go overseas, dude. They are singing. So a lot of the songs have lyrics, like the entrance music.
Yeah.
Overseas, they started singing the songs to the fucking wrestler as they're coming out. They have all these crazy chants. The energy doesn't stop from the time the show starts to when it ends.
Okay.
Here, at the time, it's like these fucking guys are sitting on their hands because, I don't want to clap. Anyways, the GOAT is back. The beast incarnate himself, Adrian. Brock Lesnar showed up. He wrecked house. He's back. Back where he should be. Any of you nays, he shouldn't be back. Fuck you. Shut the fuck up. Well, he didn't do shit. Number 3, Cena should beat Brock at WrestlePalooza. He came back to wrestle John Cena. Number 4, AJ Lee, AJ motherfucking Lee. What a return. That was amazing. I'm glad Cena turned face. Remember, he turned heel earlier in the year.
Okay.
With The Rock. Remember, he's big, evil, bad guy. And then The Rock fucking dipped, left him hanging. And I'm glad that he turned face. I just wish that Cody would have turned heel. And my next statement, number 6, is Cena should be WWE champ right now. Now, it's his last year. He's got like 4 or 5 appearances left.
Sure.
So I feel like it would have been a shame to have Cena go out as the bad guy, because he's always been the good guy. and this is the last time we're gonna see him in this ring. So let him play the hits. You know what I mean? Like, you go to concerts, like at some point, bro. I know, Guns N' Roses, you've been around for all this time. You put out a new album last year that nobody listened to. Just play your motherfucking hits.
Right.
Don't play this new shit you were working on that nobody wants to hear.
Right.
Anyways, not that I've ever been to a Guns N' Roses concert at all.
Right.
Number 7. I straight up forgot that Sami Zayn was the U.S. champ, I'm not gonna lie. Number 8, Seth and Becky feel more right than the Vision for some reason. For some reason, the Vision, it still feels like something's missing there. Number 9, Cena and AJ need to run it back one more time before John retires. And number 10, stop complaining about WWE moving to ESPN. Remember when we used to pay $50, $60, $70 a month for pay-per-views? Okay, this service is going to be $25 or $30 worth $15. Who gives a fuck? Well, y'all do. I don't, because you pay for quality. You pay to watch shit.
That's right.
It is what it is. Right. Shit ain't free. It's a fucking business.
There you go.
Anyways, well, that is my 10 count. Adrian, the VMAs were this past Sunday. You're an MTV VMA guy?
No.
No, I used to be as a kid. I used to love me some VMAs. So
no. I haven't liked MTV since they replaced my Godzilla movies back in the day.
Oh, they took over? What was it, same channel?
Yeah, same channel. I remember I told you like a couple weeks ago. It's like I come home, I'm running. I used to run home so I can watch these, Godzilla, King Kong, Mothra, Ultraman movies. It was the Sci-Fi channel. Okay. And it was like a bunch. It wasn't just monsters.
This
it was
like as a kid, like roughly how old were you?
I was in high school, junior high.
Okay.
Yeah. So I used to run home and like the Wolfman and Frankenstein, all this shit, all this sci-fi stuff. Man on the moon, man inside the moon, man around the moon, all that kind of bullshit. And I used to run home to watch these sci-fi movies, and then I come home one day and it's I'm like, what the fuck is this? So no, I mean obviously MTV took over the world at that point. And you don't have a choice but to do that. But I've never been into like the VMAs and all that kind of bullshit.
Well, if this stat here is right, Adrian, I can tell you the exact day that happened. It was August 1st of 1981. They launched their channel.
Well, that doesn't mean that they took over the Sci-Fi channel back in 81, because I don't think it was.
Was it later than that?
I'm thinking that it probably was. At least for my area.
Got it. But damn, so you're used to like this, and this was back when they had like 5 channels.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we had a little bit more channels than that.
Oh, okay.
We actually had a remote control.
Okay, so maybe 20 channels.
So I think I was probably 7th grade, somewhere around in there.
Yeah. So you were on your way home, expecting to go watch some good old Godzilla.
Something.
And fucking MTV shows up.
Yeah. And I'm like, did I miss the channel? Did I get it wrong? I was severely disappointed.
That's funny. I used to be a big MTV guy. I mean, when I was a kid, I was big into pop culture music. And this is, when MTV in the 90s, a lot of, they didn't have BET early on. So hip hop stuff, the only place you were going to get that was going to be MTV.
Right.
It wasn't predominantly, it was a mix, but they had Yo MTV Raps, they had shit like that. So the only place to see anything like that was, because then you had VH1, which was all like rock.
Right.
But anyways, I used to watch the VMAs. I used to be a big on it. I don't really care about them anymore. But the reason I wanted to even bring this up today was, yes, VMAs were Sunday, but we on other stuff, we've been taking this trip. I just named the segment here, Flashback. We've been taking flashbacks to the 90s, right?
Yeah.
We did 1990 the first week. Last week we did 91. This week we're doing 1992. The reason I brought up the VMAs is in 1992, something I think is pretty fucking cool, because I'm a big break the rules kind of guy. Okay. You remember Nirvana, Kurt Cobain?
Yeah.
So Kurt Cobain, it would be a great deep dive. There's also some conspiracies around Kurt Cobain too, because some people say he unalived himself. Other people say someone else unalived him, like his wife at the time, Courtney Love, because he unalived himself with a shotgun.
I mean, they said the same thing about what's his face with Yoko Ono from the Beatles too.
Yep, the Beatles, John Lennon, right?
Yep.
Now, what they were saying, what they've said before is it's kind of hard to off yourself with a shotgun because of where the trigger is compared to the barrel. Now, I'm not a weapon expert.
That's true for a standard and especially a long shotgun. Yeah. But if you have a sawed off,
correct.
you basically got a handgun.
But I don't believe it was a sawed-off. So anyways,
Okay.
that's a whole conspiracy that could be an other stuff episode. But the reason I wanted to bring him up was Kurt Cobain was the pop star who was the anti-pop star. He did not like being a pop star. This was, they were grunge type music. I think they're from Seattle that had their big song Smells Like Teen Spirit. Remember this? 92. So MTV wanted Nirvana to show up and play that song. Kurt Cobain at that point fucking did not want to play that song because he's an artist. Like, he wants to play my shit. This was a popular song. They also had a song, and I'm only going to say the name of this once because I know the fucking algorithm gets weird. It's called Rape Me. Okay. And the thing about Nirvana's music, it was grunge. It was like heavy metal, wherever the fuck the terms are. But he always had he had good melodies in his songs that you could pick up like right off the bat. So that song, Do That To Me, has a very distinct opening like chord. I don't know. I'm not a musician guy, but you hear it, you know what it is right off the bat. He wanted to play that song. MTV's like, absolutely not. You're not playing that song at the VMAs because of what it's called, right? So they then agreed to play the track Lithium instead, which was a popular song, nowhere near as popular as Smells Like Teen Spirit. They're on the VMAs live. There's a video of this on YouTube. They're getting warmed up. They're getting ready to go. And they play the first few chords of that song, Rape Me. And dude, the people are losing their shit because like MTV's about to fucking cancel the show. He did it just to fuck with them, just to show them like, I got you motherfuckers. And then he played Lithium and everybody was fine. But it's just like little shit like that. He's one of the artists. I'm a Nirvana fan. That's not my main go-to genre of music.
Right.
I'm more of a hip hop across the board, but I do like Nirvana, and I just respect shit like that. Like, fuck you, motherfucker.
Yeah. Well, another group did that too. I'm sure plenty of groups have done it.
Yeah.
NWA.
Oh yeah.
With Fuck the Police.
Yep.
They started. They was like, you better not play that. It's like, yeah, fuck you guys.
Right.
And and then everything that happened after that, But there's been plenty of bands that done that kind of shit. But that's cool.
Yeah, it was just funny. The VMAs, I'm like, I wonder what year this was. And it happens to be 92. So our flashback segment, 1992, that will be on Other Stuff this Wednesday. All right. Adrian, I asked you earlier, before we got on, about a movie called The Black Phone. You've not seen this movie.
I have not.
But I brought it up because their part 2 drops October 17th. And I'm going to go see this. It looks good. I did enjoy the first one. This is one I do highly recommend. This is and I know you're not the biggest fan of horror movies, but this is one that's different. I'm a fan of horror movies, but I feel like they do the same shit too much.
Well, that's to me. So just like we talked about these video game movies, Mortal Kombat and things like that.
Yep.
I don't watch those movies because to me, the originals were, the old Chinese movies where dudes were like running across treetops and jumping across rivers
the old
and
Kung
stuff.
Fu movies.
Right, the old Kung Fu movies. So I don't need to see this remake kind of thing. So horror movies to me were like the Jasons, the Amityville horrors, things like that.
Yep.
Now, this stuff they got here is just, it's, they have moments.
Yeah.
But overall, it's just the same bullshit from 30 years ago.
Well, I would challenge you, Adrian. I would challenge you to watch this and tell me if you still feel that way.
All right.
So the Rotten Tomatoes scores for this, the critic score is an 81%. The audience is an 88%. So what I was going to ask myself here is one of my favorite questions. Is that Glaze? So when it comes to the movie, The Black Phone, and I'm going to go one by one because they're close, but, there's 7-point difference here. Is 81 Glaze for the movie The Black Phone? I say no. Is 88 Glaze? I say yes. Okay. I know it's a small difference, but 88 is close to 90, right? So I would give this movie like 8 out of 10 from a horror movie standpoint. It was good. It was one of those where you couldn't exactly predict the ending, which is a challenge for horror movies for me because I've seen so many of them. It's like, no, this shit's gonna end, right? So I enjoyed it. I am looking forward to the sequel. So y'all let me know, do you think 81 or 88's Glaze? I say 81 isn't, 88 definitely is. And it's funny you mentioned the older horror movies like Nightmare on Elm Street. Did you like those movies, the early ones? The first one's phenomenal.
Right. Yeah, they all get worse
They get goofy
over
as
time.
fuck. Yeah. What is it with horror movies? Why they feel they need to have like they're worse than Fast and Furious. We have 12 fucking Jason movies. Like
Right.
what?
Then you do the crossover Jason versus
way too late.
whatever.
Yeah. But anyways, but in this second movie, the grabber, he's the guy who he's the villain of the Black Phone. He kind of channels Freddy Krueger in a way. He's showing up in dreams and things like that. So I think it's cool when they take elements of those old movies and weave them into new. Like we don't need another slasher. We don't need let's take, I guess, aspects of those and make new movies. And I feel like that's what they're kind of doing with this Black Phone series so far. So I'm looking forward to it.
What I'm not seeing a lot of, which I kind of enjoyed, are the spoofs of the horror movies, like a scary movie too.
Yes,
with Marlon Wayans. Oh my God!
Those are great. Yeah. Those were fucking great. All right. Well, speaking of movies, Adrian, about a week ago, somebody asked us to rank our Spider-Man movies. Okay, so let's see. You got some paper there. You got some paper. List. All right. I got one here too. So. What I'll do is, you already got your. I'll give mine, and then you give yours. So we're gonna rank all of the Spider-Man movies, and this is inclusive of the animated movies. There's been 10 total.
Right.
You have the first 3 Tobey Maguire movies. You have 2 Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movies. You have 3 Tom Holland movies, and then you have 2 animated Into the Spider-Verse movies. We're not counting what was it? There's like some weird one in the 70s or something.
Which is actually on my list too.
Okay, well, you have that one.
Yeah.
All right, hey, we're rule fluid here, Adrian. I don't have that one because I've never seen it, so I shouldn't rank a movie I've never seen.
There you go.
That's a rule that we follow that most people do not.
Actually, that's not a movie, so it's at the bottom anyway, so it doesn't matter. But it's a nice honorable mention. Okay. Because it actually did a pretty decent job.
Got it.
It was a show.
It's an honorable mention, you say.
Yep.
But one of the things that's different about us, a lot of things, but one of the most important is we're not going to bullshit you. I'm not going to rank a fucking movie I didn't see. So anyways, all right, this is my list, starting with number 10. Now, we did both say last week there has not been a bad Spider-Man movie.
Correct.
After going through this list, do you still feel that way?
Yep.
Okay. So number 10 on my list, the worst Spider-Man movie of all time is The Amazing Spider-Man 2. This is my number 10. I don't hate this movie, but I hate some of the shit they did in this movie. So my number 9 is Spider-Man 3. This I don't hate this movie like a lot of that was, I guess, a rebuttal from a lot of people when I said that there wasn't a bad movie. It's like, what about Spider-Man 3? It was so bad. You hate the dancing scene in this movie, right?
Yeah.
That's probably one of your worst comic moments.
Yeah, sure.
But I wouldn't say it's a bad movie.
Okay.
So, and then let's see, Spider-Man 3 is my number 9. Number 10 is The Amazing Spider-Man, the first one.
You mean your number 8? You've already
number
done
8.
10.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, hey, scratch that, redo that. Okay, my number 8 is The Amazing Spider-Man. That movie, I thought it was fun. I do like Garfield's Spider-Man. I know you don't.
No.
I do not like his Peter Parker. That is I think he was like, a lot of people say he's too cool to be Peter. He's fucking skateboarding, he's extra funny. What I liked about his Spider-Man, one, the look, the body type, like he is built more like the Spider-Man, at least I'm used to in the comics.
Which Tobey Maguire has now grown into.
Ah, okay. But what I didn't like, or another thing I liked, was him as Spider-Man. He talked a lot of shit, dude, like when he's fighting and at the villains. Like, I think Tom Holland does it, but he does it more like he's talking shit to Iron Man or people, his friends. Garfield really captured that comic book. I'm going to whoop your ass. I'm going to play with you. I'm going to tease you a little bit. I think he did a much better job of that. And you could argue that's the writing, but, you know, hey, he's the one in the movie. I can't fucking not give him credit for it. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? All right, number 7, Spider-Man Homecoming, the first Spider-Man or Tom Holland Spider-Man movie. I like this movie. I do think like I said, it's better than the other ones I mentioned. Number 7. It's not that high up for me. I I agree with a lot of people's critique about the fact that it does rely heavily on Iron Man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I
Right.
mean, even look at the fucking poster. He's right there. So Spider-Man Homecoming. My number 6 movie is the OG Spider-Man, the first Tobey Maguire film. I think that P- uh, Peter Parker, Tobey Maguire, see, it's a Freudian slip.
There you go.
Tobey Maguire is the best on-screen Peter Parker we've had.
I agree with that.
I think Garfield is the best Spider-Man,
Mm-hmm.
and I think Tom Holland does both of them better.
Okay.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
You know, if you could take Holland's or Garfield's Spider-Man and merge him with Tobey Maguire's Peter Parker, it'd be the perfect match. But we
Yep.
can't do that, so we're not gonna. My number 5 movie is Spider-Man Far From Home.
Mm.
Tom Holland's second chance at, or second Spider-Man solo movie in the MCU. I say kind of the same issues with the first one. Is it's held up a little bit by the Nick Fury inclusion, which we find out he's a Skrull later on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't dislike the Mysterio in this movie as much as most people.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of falls under the lines of like Mysterio was never my favorite Spider-Man villain in the first place.
Yeah, but the authenticity of what
Yeah.
Mysterio was, they just completely
Yeah.
shat upon
They
that.
did. If you look at it. But I didn't. It didn't bother me as much. I thought Jake
Mhm.
Gyllenhaal did a decent job. Some of the visuals in this movie were phenomenal.
Sure.
Like those drone scenes, the nightmare scene. Like some of those are some of the top Spider-Man visuals in live action.
It's crazy when you do a movie using CGI about using CGI.
Yeah, yeah.
So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a good point. And the I like the loss of Tony Stark, how it's felt in this movie too. That was a good component. It started on that almost, he's off on his own, and then the cliffhanger it ends on where everyone knows he's Peter Parker now.
Right.
That doesn't get talked about enough. I think there's so many big moments in these movies that we're almost desensitized to them, but that's a fucking pretty big way to end a movie.
Sure.
And when No Way Home didn't come out for a couple years after that, so it's not Infinity War snap level, but it was a fucking jarring ending at the time. Number 4 is Spider-Man 2. Dude, for a long time, this was up there with my top movies of all time, comic book wise. Spider-Man 2, I think, is phenomenal. I forget the guy's name who plays Doc Ock. He was great in this. And yeah, I mean, I can't say enough about it. But moving on. Number 3 movie, number 3 Spider-Man movie for me is Spider-Man No Way Home. The third Tom Holland movie. This is where we bring everybody in together, Adrian. Tobey Maguire shows up. Andrew Garfield shows up. You got Norman Osborn. Willem Dafoe's in there. Doc Ock is back. Jamie Foxx's Electro gets his redemption. He looks fucking phenomenal in this movie. He looks the opposite of phenomenal in the first go-around in
Right.
Amazing Spider-Man 2. This was, dude, it was solid, like beyond solid. It was a great, and they did a great job of the multiverse stuff in a way where it didn't seem too much, because that's the one, I guess, concern about the multiverses. It's a lot to try to understand,
Right.
from a casual fan standpoint. I mean, those of us that have read comics, a little easier, but I think they did a great job of that. I like the Doctor Strange inclusion. And people give these movies a lot of shit for always having, you got Iron Man, you got Nick Fury, you got Doctor Strange. Well, the reason why is that is a Sony mandate.
Right.
Sony owns the movie rights to Spider-Man. Sony allows, I know it sounds weird, allows the MCU to include Spider-Man in their movies. One condition, one agreement they have is they have to also include a top MCU character in the movie, which is why Iron Man was in the first one, why Nick Fury was in the second one, and why Doctor Strange was in the third one.
Right.
So that's why. Don't give them shit about it. Number 2. Now, if you're paying attention, Adrian, my top 3 through 7 are all of the live action movies.
Right.
So what's left are 2 animated movies. So yes, there are 2 animated movies that, in my opinion, are better than every other Spider-Man movie.
There you go.
My number 2 is Into the Spider-Verse. Phenomenal movie. I was just I was putting a bed together for my daughter the other day, and while I was doing that on her TV, I just threw this movie on in the background because of how amazing it is, the sound, the visuals. So, when I'm tired of screwing shit in with this little fucking Allen wrench, I can just look up and see Spider-Man. I think this scene that's on the cover here, the leap of faith, they call it, when Miles is on the side of the building and he really wants to go, hang out with the rest of the spider people.
Right.
And he's been told by Peter and others it's just a leap of faith, like, because he wants to know, like, how will I know when I'm ready to be with you all? And they're like, you won't know. It's just a leap of faith. You got to take it. And this fucking scene in the end, when he's on the building and then he jumps off and he actually cracks the glass because of his powers, right? And he's leaping down, but the way it's shot is they flip it around and look like he's rising up.
Right.
Dude, I'm getting fucking chills just talking about it. Dude. It's just a phenomenal, the music, the visuals, like it. Yeah, I talk about some of the visuals in Far From Home. This is one of the best Spider-Man visuals in any movie, period.
Right.
So that is my number 2. And yes, you've guessed it if you've been keeping track. Number 1 is Across the Spider-Verse. I'm not even going to say anything because I've said so much about this movie. It's phenomenal. It is. I said this before, and I have not seen a movie that's better than this in a comic book setting yet. This is the top comic book movie of all time. If anyone ever said, hey, I've never seen anything comic related, what should I watch? Those 2 movies.
Right. Because
those are the best that we've ever seen of taking a comic book and bringing it to life on screen, in my opinion. That's my opinion, Adrian. What the fuck is yours?
Well, mine's a little different.
Okay.
But the animated are in the top 2
Got it.
also. So mine are, and I'm not going to do the deep dive like you did because you've already done them. Number 10, The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Okay.
9, Spider-Man 3. 8, The Amazing Spider-Man.
We're at the same.
Spider-Man Far From Home. Ooh. Number 7. Let me see. Number 6 is Spider-Man Homecoming.
Okay.
And then Spider-Man 2. Then let me see, where am I? 4?
4, yep.
I'm gonna go with that's 1 and 2. Because I wrote this and then as you're talking about it, I'm like,
change it up.
Maybe got a little point there.
You, yeah.
So let me go with this. Let's say this is 1, and then 2, then 3, then 4. So that makes this 5, and then 6. So Spider-Man Homecoming 6, Spider-Man No Way Home 5, Spider-Man 2 4, Spider-Man 3, because I got a thing for first. So Spider-Man was the first breakout for Tobey Maguire.
Yeah.
So it kind of, reprised the Spider-Man. So to me, that's always, the first is always a special thing to me.
And that's number 3 for you.
That's number 3.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And the same thing with the animated, even though Across the Spider-Verse was a spectacular thing visually.
Yeah.
Into the Spider-Verse, number 1 for me, because it was the first.
Okay.
So 1 and 2 on the animated.
Got it. So pretty close. Few big. Yep. I think 2 of the biggest changes were you had Homecoming above Far From Home.
Right.
So you like Homecoming better than Far From Home?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was it?
It's the fucking glow boy head thing. That kind of like
Mysterio.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotcha.
That kind of like fucked it for me.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's probably the big. And then you had Spider-Man, but you explained like the first ones, I guess, leave an impression on you.
Yes.
Right. You had that above Spider-Man 2, but for the most part, and this was a fun thing to rank because they're all good.
Yeah.
It's easy when they suck. You're like, put that fucking shit Madam Web way at the bottom and Thor Love and Thunder and all that. We had none of those here.
Right. Just like even Thor, even Iron Man. I mean, there were, with Iron Man, I wouldn't say there was better than 1, but the 1 is always nostalgic for me because it introduced the first Thor. They were probably better.
Sure.
But, the first one was, introduced it all.
Right. All right, Adrian, we are going to get into some verses real quick before we go into We Respond and Hidden Gem. There was a request speaking of USC, from our Bloody Knuckles guy about Thanos versus Kang versus Doom, right? So we're gonna call this versus the battle of the big baddies, Adrian. The big baddies, as they call them.
Okay.
Because these are all phase carrying villains in the MCU.
Mm-hmm.
Thanos was the big baddie of the Infinity Saga.
Okay.
Kang was originally going to be the big baddie of the Multiversal Saga, but Disney did Disney stuff when Jonathan Majors got caught up in some unfortunate situations. They've moved on past Kang, and they've now slid Robert Downey Jr.'s Doom into that slot. Now, I say this all the time, regardless of the personal shit, do I think as a character, forget about the actors, is Doom a bigger character than
Kang?
Kang? See, I can't remember his fucking name. Is he a bigger threat? Is he more of a saga carrying character? I think so.
Sure.
So, who out of these three, we're all going to battle each other. We'll go through this pretty quick, but who do you think would be the victor?
Are we talking about Thanos?
Thanos, Kang, Doom. And base characters. We're not talking God Emperor Doom.
I would take Thanos out almost immediately, not because of his power set, but because of his objective.
Okay.
If we talking about just they all met up on a street corner, we just talking about power sets.
Yep.
Kang. Power sets. I would take. Okay, so I would take from a meet on the street corner thing. I would take Kang out, but from a strategic point, I would take Thanos out.
Okay.
But since we always talk about street corner shit, I would say it would be a battle between Thanos and Doom. And I think just a regular Doom, right?
Yeah, regular Doom. Yep.
I push it toward Doom.
Okay. I think so too. We're gonna find out real quick. So, and yes, we fuck with AI here, Adrian. I don't think of all this myself. I got my friend Chat here. So, Thanos versus Kang the Conqueror. What Chat says, this matchup is about raw might versus 4D chess. Okay. Now, Thanos' strengths, he's superhuman strength, endurance, intelligence, the whole deal.
Right.
He's a master strategist, even without the gauntlet. He can fight gods, celestials, even army solo. He's a badass motherfucker.
Right.
And we talked about this a little bit earlier with him versus Hulk. Thanos got hands, bro. He knows how to fucking throw down, not just like smashing shit. Dude, he's like a trained fucking boxer.
Right.
In that video or in that fight. He's wielded the Infinity Gauntlet, the Cosmic Cube in the comics, in the heart of the universe. So he can handle some fucking power too. His biggest weakness, similar to Doom, is his ego. And he could be stable if he's caught off guard or without prep, which I think it can actually not apply to anyone, right? Kang the Conqueror, his strength, he's a master of time travel. He has an army of himself across timelines. He's got crazy advanced tech. He's big on like popping fucking thousands a year in the future, take some tech, bring it back home.
Right.
He don't follow that don't bring the gum wrapper back mentality. He brings whatever the fuck he wants to bring anywhere. Energy weapons, force fields, time grenades. He's got fucking everything. He's a tech guy.
Yeah.
But raw strength, he's got nothing. No superhuman strength or durability. He relies on his tech. There's a lot of variants of this fella too. Ramatut, Immortus, Iron Lad. Iron Lad plays a big role in a lot of the Avengers stories leading up to Secret Wars too. He can get lost in his own timeline web or be undone by paradoxes, which is kind of what we saw in Loki, right? To an extent. So from a strength level, Thanos, he can fucking crush a planet and Kang can barely lift his tech. So there's that. Dude, I think this one's pretty simple.
Right.
I think Thanos wrecks Kang.
Yep.
Like, wrecks him. Not even close. Now, if Kang has time to prepare, maybe it's a different story.
Sure.
We're talking, we just showed up like, you bumped into me, you stepped on my Jordans, now we got to fight type shit, Chat says Thanos wins 7 out of 10 times if it's a straight fight. I think he wins 10 out of 10 times if it's a straight fight. Kang wins 8 out of 10 if he's allowed to play the time gang, bring in variants and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that's fair. So we're saying Thanos would definitely wipe the floor with Kang. I mean, is it even worth Doom versus Kang? Is not even going to be.
No.
I mean,
I don't think so.
No. Let's just jump right to Doom versus Thanos. And those of you that have heard me talk more than this first week, you know that I am a massive fan of God Emperor Doom soul snatching Thanos and just holding his motherfucking spine right there. It's one of my favorite comic panels of all time. But we're not talking God Emperor Doom, Adrian. We're talking Dr. Doom himself.
Yep.
So, Dr. Doom versus Thanos. Let's see. Doom's powers and abilities. Genius intellect. He's top 5 smartest in Marvel. Science, magic, tech, you name it. And he's a master sorcerer too. So when we say magic, he ain't fucking making playing cards disappear.
Right. When I did a hidden gem on him, and he was actually named as Sorcerer Supreme as a replacement for Strange. So he's that level.
Yep. And they say his mystic, his magic ability could even rival Doctor Strange with prep.
Right.
So he's got that. His armor is comparable to Iron Man.
Yep.
So it's funny that, Robert Downey Jr. is playing him. He has armor that is very comparable to what Iron Man has. Energy blast, force fields, the whole deal.
And that's enhanced by magic.
I was going to say, I'd argue with the magic, he's got the edge.
Right.
Right? Like Doom versus Iron Man, Doom's going to fuck his shit up.
Potentially.
Potentially. I mean, I know you're Iron Man guy. It's hard for you to even say that.
Doom is smart, but he's not like, Iron Man has put out some shit.
True.
In his armor. So.
Yeah, he's got the intellect advantage. Latvian resources. He rules his own nation with armies, doomsday devices, and no account. That's true. He has a whole fucking country he can build this. No one's going to tell him he can't.
Right.
He can be building nuclear weapons over there and fucking mind your business. Shut the fuck up. And he's got some crazy feats. We talked about him becoming God Emperor Doom by stealing the powers of the Beyonders with a little help of Molecule Man. He's held the power of the Cosmic Cube, Silver Surfer's board, Galactus's power, Franklin Richards. He's outwitted Mephisto, and he's held his own against cosmic beings like the Watcher. He's a badass motherfucker. Thanos, we talked about his ability already. So let's talk about their raw strength. Now, Doom he's a pretty strong guy.
Well, he is, and his armor is.
Yeah. With tech, he's not Hulk tier, but he's pretty fucking. And then obviously we know Thanos is off the charts from a strength standpoint. Durability, he's got the armor, he's got magical shields. Thanos, we've seen him in some armor, but a lot of it's just natural durability. He's not going to be the most, he's got no magic or anything like that. Doom's tech, he's got a lot of tech, dude. He's got a lot of shit at his disposal. Thanos, I wouldn't say it's Doom level. The magic, like you mentioned, he's a master sorcerer. Thanos is not really a magic guy. He's used some cosmic energy at times. Let's see. Both egos are going to be a weakness of both of them. So let's see. Straight up fist fight, Thanos would win, according to chat. You agree with that?
If they just shows up and they just start smacking each other around, I could see the potential. Yeah.
Yeah. And now I guess that would be like Doom no tech though, because tech versus tech, I think Doom's got the edge, dude. And if you add the magic into the play, then I don't know what Thanos can do. He would have to kind of catch Doom off guard.
Yeah.
And hit him with some, a big blow, as they say.
But straight up brawl, Thanos will win.
Yeah.
We've seen that with the Hulk.
Sure.
But, because Doom, he has the shield, which automatically kicks in upon, any kind of impact. Is also magically enhanced.
Right.
He's not as strong as Doom. He's also probably not as masterful in the art of war as Thanos, hand combat.
Okay.
But he does have a lot of combat experience.
Yeah.
So, I could see it like a brawl, but in a fight, I don't think Thanos will win.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think because of that, like even if it's a brawl, it's not like Doom's going to be walking down the street naked.
Right.
He's going to have his suit, right? His tech. So I think even with a brawl, if he's going to use his magic and his tech, and I don't think
Thanos would literally just have to just snatch him,
yeah,
and do something extreme like
Sure.
immediately.
Yep. Well, what we're going to do immediately, Adrian, is we're going to move on, and you're ready to wrap this thing up. We got We Respond, and then we got Hidden Gems. So let's go to We Respond, and for sake of time, we're just going to shout out the intern's comments. So, okay, Slapper Wrestling, my boy Slapper, we were on the live. He mentioned this on the live. He has a list of DC and Marvel movies that he has not watched yet that came out since 2000. So I told him, yo, I'm gonna do you a solid because I've seen just about all of these, and if I haven't, you've seen it. We're gonna let Slapper know which movies he can skip from this list. Okay. So these are movies he's not seen. Number 1 is Madam Web. You can skip that shit. 2, Kraven the Hunter. I think you should watch it.
Yeah, you should watch
it. Batman Begins. You need to watch that one. Fantastic Four 2015. You can skip that shit.
Considering what's out now, I would skip it.
Yeah. Across the Spider-Verse. How the fuck have you not watched this, Slapper? Dude, seriously? Do not skip that. Matter of fact, go pause this and go watch it right now.
Right.
6, The Batman, and then watch that one next. Don't skip that. Aquaman 2. I've not seen it. I would say you could skip because the fucking DCU is still going down the drain with the giant turds.
Right. I haven't seen it either. I would say skip it.
The Flash. Almost feel like you should watch this just to have to endure what we all saw.
Yeah.
Actually, no lie. I mean, I shit on this movie a lot. I would, even when we reviewed it, though, I think I gave it like a 5 or something. I'd say it's worth one watch.
Okay.
Give it a shot. You're not going to love it, but I think you should still at least see it. Shazam 2, I've never seen either one of those.
I have not seen Shazam 2. Shazam 1 was tolerable.
Okay.
But it just gets ridiculous.
Got it.
I would say skip it.
Skip it. The Marvels. I'd watch that. I wouldn't skip the Marvels.
Yeah.
I thought it was okay-ish. Zack Snyder's Justice League. Skip that bullshit.
I wouldn't say skip it as much as I would say make it last.
Okay.
Put it toward the end.
Yeah, I guess you should watch it once. You should watch it once. Captain America Brave New World, watch it.
Yeah.
Venom 3, skip it. Black Adam, watch it.
Yeah.
Morbius, I've never seen it.
Skip it.
Skip it. Blue Beetle, watch it.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman, I'd say skip it.
I say watch it.
You say watch it. X-Men First Class, watch it.
Yeah.
X-Men Dark Phoenix. I think you should watch it just because I know you've seen the animated series and that Dark Phoenix was done properly and you saw X-Men 3. So I think you should watch at how fucking much of a goddamn shit show that thing was. All right. He had Morbius on here twice, so maybe there's another one. But there you go. All right, OG Dirte. Yo, OG was on the live too, bro. He was up in there. What up, Mike and Adrian? Can we talk about Marvel Zombies trailer? Dude, have you seen this? The Zombies trailer?
Yes, I have.
Holy shit.
It's funny. They give you a warning before the trailer. That's awesome.
Dude, I've talked a lot of shit about Marvel Zombies.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, you talked a lot of shit about What If.
What If, too, yes.
Yeah.
But I've said I don't give a fuck about no zombies. I take everything I said back. I can't wait to watch this show. It looks fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Insane. Blade's in this motherfucker.
Yep.
Scarlet Witch is like the main villain again with the zombie version. I can't fucking wait. And I haven't paid it. I don't even know when.
I told you I like the What If zombie.
Yeah,
thing.
you did. So
now they made a full-fledged movie.
Yeah. Yep. Or show. Yeah, I don't know how many episodes, but so yes, he says OG takes back what he said too. Yeah, you and me both. I'm enjoying Peacemaker. Clayface will definitely be better than Craven. I think so. James Gunn on a roll right now. Disney better step it up. Absolutely. Maple Grove, what's up? Maple Grove. Hey guys, AWAB. Another week, another banger. They announced this week Angela and Daredevil are joining Marvel Rivals. Yes, they fucking did. I had no idea who Angela was. Me neither. Looked her up, and she seems to have some interesting backstory. Yes, she does. As Maple Grove points out here, she originally was a character written for Spawn. Then Todd McFarlane and his other creator had a falling out. Legal battle followed, and the other creator won. Then he sold the rights to Marvel, and she became Odin's daughter. See, I didn't know that part up until this week. I do slightly remember Angel being a Spawn character. She's like a Amazonian big ass. She looks like, I mean, it makes sense that they made her Odin's daughter. She looks like a female version of Thor.
Okay.
But she's fucking jacked too. So, anyway, she's now Asgardian. Sorry for the long message. Thought it definitely was interesting. And yes, Daredevil's being added. So, it looks like Angela is going to be added first. She is also a tank, so that is great. Oh yeah, Navy says fellow tank main. She does look fun. She's a flying tank. And I'm sure Daredevil will be a duelist, which it is what it is. I wish he would be I wish they'd make him a tank as well. But Daredevil should be fun to play as. And I'm not even going to ask you, Adrian. I know it's not going to get you to pick up the sticks to play some rivals. The Captain Canada AWAB, fellas. I think Alan should definitely play Aquaman again. Yeah, I'm down with that. Definitely the body type he has to look. Chris Pratt shouldn't be Batman. No, the fuck he shouldn't. Clayface movie looks good. Yeah. First two Hellboys were fire. You saw those Hellboy movies?
Yeah.
Yeah. You liked them?
Yep.
Guillermo del Toro was a director for those. Yep. Apparently there was a sneak peek of Doom. I think that ended up being bullshit, honestly. Beast Boy is very underrated. He was great in the animated series, pretty good in Titans. Great hidden gem by Sir Adrian. Oh, Sir Adrian, look at that. When we talk about the upcoming Lego Batman game that looks amazing, hopefully they have co-op because I play those games with my wife. Yes, I was telling you about this the other day, not here, the Lego Batman game. Dude, this thing looks phenomenal.
Really?
It's a Lego game, but the combat and everything in the game looks very much like the Arkham games.
Okay.
The graphics look fucking phenomenal. And it comes out next year. And it's funny, most of the people that are hyped about it are like people that are in their 30s and 40s because this is like their shit. So I don't think it's going to be I'm sure kids will like it, but dude, it looks phenomenal. I can't wait.
Cool.
John Bonvon, Spider-Man Brand New Day opening montage is great, but not for Scorpion and Tombstone. They need story arcs. I think the only ones that need story arcs are the main villains in the movie.
Sure.
I'm okay. I think what he's saying probably because of who they are as a character. But I actually like what they did with Tombstone in the animated show. Remember that? The what's it called? My Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of a different Tombstone, but I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That dude Pablo says the last Hellboy was okay, better than the second set of reboots, but not as good as the first ones with Ron Perlman. Those are the ones you're talking about with Ron Perlman.
Yes.
It's a shame because the comics for Hellboy are great. It's the same as Spawn to me, great material, but they can't put out a consistent. Yeah, I hear you. Brandon Jones, I was talking about Jade from Mortal Kombat. Jade is black. I don't know about the original design, but from Mortal Kombat 9 upwards, she has. And I would swap Venom for Green Goblin as the top Spider-Man. Yeah, I hear that. The thing is, they do race swap this character in the games, but like you said, that's Mortal Kombat 9. We're on Mortal Kombat 2 as a movie. Well, let's just use the fucking original one. But this also is one of those where she's not that big of a character to where like I don't want to watch the movie. It's just unnecessary.
Yeah.
C Jason 1 CG is on. Oh, I always fuck this dude's name up. CG is on 1. That's right. My bad. I was calling him C Jason. The fuck's a C Jason? CG is on 1. Denzel has been in 5 Spike Lee movies. Adrian is right. ChatGPT is racist. They probably are, dude. They probably are. Slap again. AWAB, completely agree that Batman has better villains. I'd say X-Men is third behind Spider-Man for best bad guys. I think that's accurate.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, and then you'd probably slide in the Avengers. Sony confuses me with their Spider-Man bad guy movies that don't include Spider-Man. If it's because Tom Holland's one already being in the MCU, why not introduce Spider-Woman or Miles? It's mind-boggling.
Yeah.
You have multiple. Spider-Man's the one character where it's easy to explain multiple Spider-Man. We've had the Spider-Verse already.
Right.
You can fucking pull any Spider-Man out and drop him into your universe and make Spider-Man movies.
There you go.
I mean, you got Riley or Ben O'Reilly. He's another Spider-Man who plays the main Spider-Man in the comics. You have the British dude, Herbie, whatever the fuck his name is. You could easily bring Miles in. There's plenty of fucking things you could do. He's updating us on his DC animated watch. Batman vs. Robin with the Court of Owls was incredible. Yeah, it was. Yeah. The animated movies do a great job of showing Batman's detective side, which we barely see in the actual movies. Marvel Zombies trailer was sick. Blade vs. Zombie Ghost. Adrian was right. Y'all see The Rock's new movies? Yeah, we did. You were right, dude. I'm going to have to come back and say that he is a better actor than John Cena after that movie. I think I will. Peacemaker season 2 is kind of boring. Multiverse. Yeah, but wait till you see the 3rd episode. Here's that. 2 questions. Would y'all want to see Toby back for Secret Wars? Just him sharing the screen with Hugh Jackman would be a cool moment. Absolutely.
Yeah.
They're bringing fucking everybody else back, so
Sure.
why not? What's y'all guys' thoughts on the Twitter rumors like Deadpool movie potentially being Deadpool and Spider-Man, Marvel recasting Captain Marvel, and Batista playing Hugo Strange? Batista would be a perfect Hugo Strange. I think we both would be all for Captain Marvel being recasted.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if the next Deadpool movie is Deadpool and Spider-Man,
I'm cool with that. Yep.
Absolutely. Let's see. John Bon he's got a bunch. We'll go with this one. Maybe they're pushing Mortal Kombat 2 back to recast and reshoot Johnny Cage. I fucking hope so. Dude, I watched the trailer and Carl Urban is a great actor.
Yeah, but not that.
Dude, nothing about him says Johnny Cage. Holy shit. But anyway, well, appreciate the interns, everyone who dropped the comment. You know what's missing? Sons of Sekhmat. Where you at, bro? Where's Bro Man Williams? I thought he was on. I think he commented on other stuff. But anyways, that is We Respond. Appreciate all y'all commenting. Subscribe if you haven't already. And Adrian, I'm going to pass the baton to you. Who is our hidden gem this week? Is it The Rock?
It is not. This week, so we did the top 10 list on Spider-Man. So I enlisted the help of our friend Chat. And I did a different top list, but it's not top 10, it's top 100 of. So what I asked was this: what are the most popular characters across all comic book publishers? And it's an interesting list. And it's interesting because some of the people that we're talking about that movies are being made about, it's like, why are people even making movies about these fucking people? And then, of course, the people that, some of the characters that we've even done hidden gems on aren't even on here. The characters we've talked about aren't even on here. So it's just interesting. Now, what's not interesting? Well, it's not interesting. It's just a fact that the top 5 characters are exactly who everybody think they are. Right? Okay. So anyway, I'm not gonna go through the whole 100, but I do want to point out some things, right? So, and I'm not gonna get into things like Lock and Keys because that's like nobody even heard of them. But so Swamp Thing, right? A movie that's coming out. Yeah. He's at 97. Oh my God. So it's like, why are we making a movie? Yeah, it's like, why are we making a movie about Swamp Thing, right? But they are. So they pop around. So you get down to, speaking of The Rock, right? Playing Black Adam. He's number 89 on the list, okay? Shazam, 88. But that makes sense. They go kind of hand in hand. And you're not going to have Black Adam without Shazam. Captain Marvel, we just talked about recasting Captain Marvel. The Carol Danvers Captain Marvel, she's at 87. Now, what's interesting is Shazam, Black Adam, Swamp Thing that they're making movies about. At 82 is Kick-Ass, the Nicolas Cage movie. Oh, yeah, I remember that. Right. He's at 82. Spawn, the person who's never going to get a remake, McFarlane. So he's at number 50. 48, Hawkeye, then Black Widow. Nova, the Richard Rider one we did a hidden gem on. Ant-Man, the Scott Lang hidden gem. Blade, 44. Scarlet Witch, Beloved, she's at 42. Which is crazy, right? Yeah. Mystique, Red Hood, Starfire, another hidden gem from the Titans. Beast, 36. The Thing, Fantastic Four, he's at 34. Bane, right, 33. Professor X, the dude that started the school, he's at 32. Shit. Punisher, 31. Then you got Venom and Storm and Cyclops and all that kind of stuff. Actually, that's not true. I just completely fucked this list up because I jumped from that 100s over because the way I scaled it. So anyway, rewind. I won't go all the way back to the 100, but so we get into some things like Image, which we don't really talk about. We talk a lot DC heavy, Marvel heavy. Adam Eve, who's on with the Invincible, which goes right along with Mark Grayson. So I'm back up into I jumped from the 80s and I went to the 30s, but I'm now back into the 70s. Okay. So Invincible, 75. Iron Fist, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, they all kind of go together in the 70s. Kamala Khan, Iceman, who was I consider like a Earth threat level kind of a person. Iceman, 68. Colossus, Kingpin, your boy Kingpin's at around the 60s.
Okay.
Dr. Manhattan, as powerful as he is, so power has nothing to do with popularity, apparently.
Right.
So Dr. Manhattan, 63. Your boy Loki, 57. Booster Gold, that asshole. Anyway, we did hit Jim on him. He's at 52.
Shit.
Then we get back down.
High. Dude, I'm shocked he's that high.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But so then we get back down to the proper. Then we go through the Spawns, the Black Widows, the Novas, the Ant-Man, the Blaze, the Scarlet Witches, things like that. We just talked about Hellboy. He's up there. He's in 37. Right. Then you get into Professor X, the Punisher, Storm, Cyclops, so on and so forth. Now you're down in the top 30s. So Doctor Strange, 25. Harley Quinn, 23. Nightwing, we just did a hidden gem on him, 21. Your boy Daredevil at 20. Jean Grey, Lex Luthor, they're back to back, 19 and 18. Dr. Aquaman is more popular than Lex Luthor. I don't get that one, or Jean Grey. So,
wait. Aquaman is more popular than Jean Grey?
Yes, just slightly. However, Dr. Doom is more popular than Aquaman. So, I mean, but he's down at 16. Then you get into the Hulk.
Doom's at 16.
Okay. So Doom 16, Hulk 15, Black Panther, then Green Lantern, Hal Jordan. Not really surprised at that. Magneto, Thor, The Flash. So now we're into the top 10. Now, at least one of these, I kind of don't. I understand the popularity, but the popularity is like new money, right? Mm-hmm. That person just kind of came on the scene. Nobody really knew who he was. So the top 10, The Flash, and the one that I'm surprised about is Deadpool, because he went from obscurity, and of course the movies made him who he is, kind of a deal.
Oh, dude, if you did this list like 10 years ago, he'd have been number fucking 92.
Probably, right?
Yeah.
So then we get into the Joker. So obviously this list is popular characters, not superheroes or villains, right?
Right.
So it's a mix of everything. So the Joker at 8, Captain America 7, Iron Man 6, Wolverine, Wonder Woman, and then the top 3. Now, this is kind of switched over the years, but I kind of understand it. So the top 3, Spider-Man, number 2, Superman, and then your boy at number 1, Batman. So this list, this top 5,
wait, hold on. Give me that top 5 again.
So number 1 is Batman.
Yep.
Number 2 is Superman.
Yep.
Number 3 is Spider-Man. Then you got Wonder Woman and Wolverine.
Okay.
So you're probably surprised about the Wonder Woman thing, as opposed to Wolverine.
Yes. Yeah.
So, but I mean, I understand it.
Yeah.
But very DC heavy, right? The only Marvel out of the top.
Wait, who did you say number 1 was again?
Batman.
Yes. My man.
But the top 3 kind of absolutely makes sense.
Yes.
I mean, Spider-Man was probably number 1 at some point because people resonated with him so much. But then, your boy Batman comes up. Batman has always been more popular than Superman. And it wouldn't even make sense if Superman wasn't in the top 3 some kind of way. But, the Wonder Woman, Wolverine thing is pretty cool. Iron Man, I'm glad he's up within the top 10. The Deadpool thing, I would put other people over the Joker and at 8 and Deadpool at 9. I would definitely probably put the Hulk or maybe Doom or Panther within the top 10. But hey,
where was Hulk?
Hulk is 15, and Doom is 16, and Panther is 14.
Okay.
So
also Panther's above Hulk.
Yeah.
That's another one. I think if 15 years ago, that wouldn't have been the outcome.
No.
Popularity.
No.
But where's Iron Man?
Iron Man is 6.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Same with that. Before the MCU, my man would have been number 40 fucking 2 or something.
Sure. So the point of this list is, the hidden gem about this is that there's a lot of people in here that the universe isn't aware of.
Mhm.
But it also points out, it doesn't really explain why they make the movies that they make. Obviously, there's a laundry list of people that they can make movies about that's more popular, but they choose some of these obscure people.
Right.
Of course, what's not on here, the people that isn't on this list, of course, my team, Alpha Flight isn't here.
Of course
Hell
not.
Club isn't here.
Right.
Clayface isn't on here.
Wow.
So, but they're going to make a movie about it.
Yeah.
So popularity has nothing to do with power, and popularity has nothing to do with who's the most famous, things like that.
True.
But this introduced, I probably said some names on here that people aren't aware, or even characters.
Yeah.
But I definitely want to lean more to, I'm probably, one of my next hidden gems is going to be Adam Eve. Actually, I talked about Adam Eve one time. I forget if she's a hidden gem or not, but anyway, she's on that show Invincible.
Mhm.
She's the one where her power, she's like a molecule man, but she can also fly and things like that. She can literally turn anything into anything.
Got it.
And in one of the last episodes that I saw, one of the Superman level people, they came and they fucking just dismantled her. But she was kind of like a Franklin Richards scenario where her powers were locked away because she was too powerful as a child.
Yeah.
So one of her things is basically she's immortal. And so when this dude wrecked her, he actually killed her, but then she kind of like had this Phoenix rebirth.
Yeah.
So she's a pretty cool character as well. They kind of nerfed her in the first season and stuff, but they really brought her out in the second. So anyway, the hidden gem is this entire list. I thought it would be interesting just to see where all these characters lie, as far as how people see them. But it's also interesting to look outside of DC and Marvel. Also, even John Constantine is kind of mid on the list. He's at 55. You know who John Constantine is?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so he's also probably an underutilized character in comics. He's not Doom level. He's not Doctor Strange level or Wanda level. Yeah. But the dude's, he's a prick,
right?
But he's a cool character too. So anyway, that's the hidden gem today. This entire list, I ranked the characters based on popularity. There's in some places there's no surprises.
Right.
In other places there are. But the things that we making movies about these days,
You're
not
saying,
popular people necessarily.
Give us my Batman, give us my Spider-Man, give us the Superman. That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Well, you could bring out some more stuff in here, like Lucifer Morningstar. There's actually a show about him, which is actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
More Elektra, Kingpin, the Colossus. I think they need to remake Colossus. A new Ghost Rider would be good. Who else? It's just some random stuff on here. But you got shit like the Tick on here, but you don't have, Alpha Flight. Come on, dude.
Come on, dog.
Cable, Domino. They're real low. Rocket Raccoon, Groot. He's on here too in the top 100. Judge Dredd.
Yeah.
Death or the Sandman. There's a show out now about the Sandman, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So they're kind of all over the place. All these characters don't need their own movies, and there's a lot of them in shows.
Right.
Like Cyclops, Storm, Professor X, the Beast, Wolverine. They're all in a movie, so you don't need to make breakouts about them. That's half the fucking list, right?
Don't need a fucking movie.
Right. The Martian Manhunter. I definitely think they should bring him out in live action. We've seen Black Widow, Hawkeye, Zatanna. So these are clumped in. But then you got these one-offs. Like I don't think they've made a show with Cable in it, right?
No, he was just in the animated show. He's in the X-Men, and then he's in Deadpool 2.
Okay. So then you got. I don't want to see a Judge. I don't want to see a Judge Dredd. So they're coming out with Swamp Thing. I don't want to see an Animal Man. That's basically Kraven the Hunter, right?
Right.
Who else on here? Hawkman, ridiculous. We don't need to see him. Supergirl, we are going to see her.
Yep. What number is she?
She is 61.
Okay.
We've seen She-Hulk.
Yeah.
Batgirl, they've race swapped her toward the end. I don't know what happened with that.
Oh, yeah.
She started out as white, right?
Yep.
Ended up as black. I don't know what happened with that. Squirrel Girl, I probably don't need to see her. Kamala Khan, I think Miss Marvel, that the show about her was fascinating, I think. Just the whole, from the cultural perspective, how she got her stuff. The Tick, nope, don't need to see that. So a lot of these people, like Green Arrow, they had a whole show about him. Obviously, Harley Quinn, successful. The Silver Surfer, they need to redeem him.
Right.
Then we had the Thor, the Magnetos, or things like that. So there's a lot of characters out there. There's a lot of stuff that we can do with a lot of these characters, but they seem to go from one extreme to the next with the, you're the Batman, the Superman, the Spider-Man, or you're, Swamp Thing.
Right.
So anyway, that's this week's Hidden Gem.
Nice.
All of these motherfuckers.
All of them.
All of them.
Nice.
Just put them on your radar. If you don't know anything about them, you can do a deep dive on some of these guys. But I just think it's interesting how people see them as a reflection of what movie producers are bringing out.
Right. Cool. Oh, awesome hidden gem. And Adrian, we're gonna take this thing home, as they say in show business. Okay, we're on the home run right here. We're gonna wrap this up with a little bit of agree to disagree. This is where I throw out a handful. I got 9. Well, it's more than a handful because I think 9 won't fit in your hand. I don't know.
Yes. 2 handfuls.
2 handfuls of my opinions at Adrian. He's gonna let me know in his opinion if he agrees or disagrees, and then you guys are gonna comment about it and call us bad names and get upset and blah blah blah. That. And we're just gonna fucking move on to the next podcast, right? So, are you ready?
Let's go.
Number 1, it's not Zack Snyder's Justice League. It's not the Winter Soldier. It's not anything fucking else. Across the Spider-Verse is still the reigning, defending, world's best, greatest comic book movie of all time. That was a lot.
That was a lot.
They went overboard.
I'm thinking Into, but that's more nostalgia. But as far as the best movie, I would agree.
You agree. Number 2, James Gunn's Superman is leaps and bounds better. Like, he can leap over a tall building. Leaps and bounds better than Zack Snyder's Justice League.
I would agree with that.
Madam Web is still the bottom of the barrel. It's still the absolute worst comic book movie of all time.
I'm sure there's worse, but yes.
Okay.
In this context.
I am not a soda guy, Adrian. You know that.
Yeah.
But, and I've said this before, I'm just testing you again. Dr. Pepper is the GOAT.
Disagree.
Dr. Doom would wipe the floor with Kang, literally like he was a fucking mop.
I agree.
Robert Downey Jr. is going to absolutely cook.
Let this man cook.
As Victor, I didn't have to finish. You
Oh, you
already
didn't?
knew.
I
As
already know.
Victor Von Doom, he is going to cook.
Yes.
Overall, Spider-Man has had better movies than Batman. Overall,
Spider-Man has had, I would agree with that.
More hits than misses.
Yeah.
And you know that it hurts me to say that, Adrian.
Well, because they've like fumbled the ball on cast selection.
Correct.
And then just the authenticity of the Batman.
Yep.
Yes.
We're gonna get back to Spider-Man, Batman for the last one, but before that, we're back on some food, Adrian. This is a personal one to me here because I used to really like one of these places, and now I don't. So, Jersey Mike's is leaps and bounds better than Subway.
I would agree.
It's not even fucking close.
All right.
So people thought the MCU fell off. No. Subway fell off.
Subway fell off.
They fell off.
The bread, the
bread
tuna.
sucks. You know when it started to go downhill? You used to be able to walk into Subway and they had glass and you could see all the meats.
Right.
You could see the tuna. You could see everything, the cheese.
Yeah.
You walk in now, you have this big stainless steel hood that covers the entire window. I can't see the fake tuna anymore. I can't see the shitty ass meat anymore. Something's fucking up behind that hood. I'm just saying.
Yeah. So it kind of went downhill for me on 2 things. One, the tuna.
Yes.
to me, I don't even know if it's tuna.
It's not.
It's like, but it's definitely a paste.
It's shredded cardboard with mayonnaise.
It's like they just squeeze, they spatula it on, but it has the consistency of a paste. It's like they might as well just squeeze it out like toothpaste on this fucking bread.
Tuna paste.
Tuna paste.
Love it.
And the second thing is that the bread. Lately, the bread has not tasted fresh.
The bread ain't breading.
The bread ain't breading.
Nope.
Now, that's what the substance that we put our meat between that we call bread, nobody else calls bread. We can't export this shit? No. No, bread and cheese is like the slices. Now, you can buy real cheese.
Sure.
The slices, and I've said this is probably a third time I'm on this fucking rant.
Just want everybody to know.
It's like the Kraft stack of it's not cheese.
No.
Matter of fact, it's not even. I think there's so many chemicals in it that they legally can't call it cheese, so they call it like slices.
Kraft slices.
So if you look at a package of these slices, I don't think the word cheese is even on the package.
I'm gonna find out.
So I mean,
I think you're right.
Fact check, definitely fact check. I'm just my personal opinion about what I'm
curious now since you brought it up. You got to get to the bottom of this. The other thing is, as you move along through the subway line, the lettuce, dude. The lettuce, how is the Subway lettuce always 4 days old? Like, you talking about balls in the lettuce. Someone's fucking balls is in that lettuce. I don't know why it always tastes old.
I don't know, dude.
Anyways, last but not least, Adrian, this one pains me to admit this, but I've come to this realization recently. Spider-Man with no prep time could beat Batman.
Sure.
Yeah. It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
I'm a Batman guy. It hurts me a little bit to admit that. So you agree with that, though?
Yeah.
All right. And then last but not least, Only Comics is not only the only comic podcast for you, it's the only fucking place you need to be every Wednesday. Fucking scrap. Every Monday, 5:30 Eastern Standard Time.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Well, Adrian, it's been a fun show. I would say fun week. It's not a week, it's a couple hours, but it's been a fun show.
It's going to be a week in 3, 2.
Yeah.
Time is, dude, I got 2 days, Monday and Friday. It's like I wake up on a Monday and the next thing you know, it's fucking Friday.
Right.
It's like, what's going on with time?
Who knows? And dude, the weather, it's like 60 degrees out, fucking rainy. You never know what's going to happen.
Well, it's above 40, so I'm still in shorts.
You and me both, bro. You and me both. But Adrian, thanks for coming out.
Absolutely.
Guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. If you haven't already, fucking do it. Subscribe right now. What are you waiting for? Fucking do it. Jesus, I can see you. Imagine that. I'm fucking freaking out. And if you want more of us, because why would you not?
Right.
You can get more of us on other stuff.
There you go.
This Wednesday, where we got some 9/11 stuff. We're going to take a flashback to 1992, Adrian. Back when I was all 11 years old. It was good old days.
And I was not.
You were not. But it's good old days. You were in the Navy, right? Every time.
Yeah. Yep.
You were out there serving this country, Adrian. I was out here fucking playing with toys in my room.
Hey, that's how it works.
Different strokes for different folks, as they say. But Adrian, thanks for coming out.
Yep.
And guys, you know where to find us every week right here on Only Comics. We'll see you next week.
Peace.